and welcome to Schaefer Field in Russell, Kansas for the 8-man Division I state championship game in the state of Kansas on Smoky Hills Public Television. Hello everyone, along with color analyst Larry Jantz. This is Jeremy McGuire from Russell. And Larry, we got a big game again between the South Barber Chieftains taking on the St. Paul Indians today.
You absolutely do, and in St. Paul, this is nothing new to them. They've been here, this is their 5th year in a row, and they won the state in 2000. But for the South Barber Chieftains, this is the first time ever being in the state. They're led by 2 coaches, experienced. Coach Tuck down in St. Paul, he's been there 14 years. Coach Johnston, he's been at South Barber Chieftains for 15 years. So they've been around, they know what's going on here, Jeremy.
Both teams a tough road to hoe to get here to the state championship game. St. Paul beating a tough Pike Valley team, but probably the upset of the year. South Barber a 20-14 victory over Jetmore to make it to the state title game for the first time in school history.
You're absolutely correct. St. Paul would, by no question, been trying to probably prepare for Jetmore. That's probably who they thought defending state champs last year. Thought they'd be back here this year, but hey, it wasn't to be. 20-14 win by South Barber, avenged their 62-16 loss the year before, and Pike Valley, of course, won over 46-36. Lost to St. Paul 46-36, and to get there right here for the 5th straight year. So it ought to be a heck of a barn burner. Division I 8-man football.
It wasn't an easy road, but these two teams are playing for a state title today in Russell, Kansas. We'll have your kickoff coming up on Smoky Hills Public Television.
We're with head coach James Johnston, Kiowa South Barber. You surprised to be here? You had a tough game with Jetmore.
Well, I wouldn't say that we're surprised, but we're pleased to be here. The kids played hard, played tough, and they've worked hard all year. So this is one of the places we like to be.
You feeling healthy, but you've been through some tough games.
Yeah, really, we feel real blessed. We feel like we're real healthy. Last year at this time, or at the sub-state game, we were beat up, we were injured, but right now we're healthy. So we're looking forward to a good game.
What do you got to do to beat this team today?
We're going to slow their offense down. They got some great weapons. Quarterback's excellent, excellent end, excellent fullback, excellent tailback. We just got to slow their offense down. I think that's a real key.
Okay, we'll be talking to you.
Okay,
James Johnston, head coach for the team here from the Chieftains from Kiowa South Barber. We're on the field now with Bob Alstead, who is celebrating this year 30 years of wearing that zebra outfit out here on the fields. Basically, Bob, first tell us, do you remember the first games that you did? What was it like?
I don't remember. You wait till 30 years later. No, I just remember I enjoyed it, and I enjoy working with young people. I was an athlete myself, and I enjoy staying involved in the ball game itself.
As far as the games itself is concerned, how have things changed out here on the field?
I think it's more complicated. The rules are more complicated. The play has changed because it used to be more running as opposed there's lots more passing teams nowadays. To me, I really enjoy working 8-man because they are very, all the fans, the players are very committed to the game, and they really enjoy it.
As far as the game is concerned, I asked you earlier what you remembered the most about it. You just had an incident right out here on this field a couple of weeks back.
Right, about 7 weeks ago, my umpire got hit by a player and got knocked out cold. But we've had a lot of different incidents over the years.
Certainly something he'll remember. What about putting up with fans? You put up with fans, coaches, and you still don't have much gray hair.
I think fans are still excited, and you play to win, and that's I don't know if they've changed a lot. I think some of the coaches are maybe less sportsmen, good sports, as opposed to what it used to be.
Okay, thanks for being with us. Bob Alstead celebrating 30 years as an official in the state of Kansas. Now with Coach Doug Tuck, who's with St. Paul. And tell us a bit about St. Paul. A lot of the folks in our audience haven't seen or heard from you guys this year, but this is not new coming to state finals.
Well, most people when they hear St. Paul, they think Minnesota. So there is a St. Paul in Kansas, and we've had a good year so far. And we kind of struggled a little bit earlier in the year, but since about the midway point of the year, we've really kind of been on a roll, particularly up front on our offensive line, and defense has played well, and we played some good opponents and had some good wins.
Coach Coach, you've had some good times during the year. Any injury situation this time of year, it's critical.
Been very fortunate this year. Been very healthy and just some minor stuff. And so, 2 years ago when we were here, it seemed like everybody was hurt, including the coaches. But this year, really healthy. So hopefully we can continue that for one more game.
You might have expected to see Jetmore when you came in here. It's Kiowa South Barber. What do you know about them? What do you got to do to win?
Very good team. Anybody beats Jetmore has to be very good, and they've been on a roll. Have been on a very good roll and forced teams into a lot of mistakes, and have been able to take advantage of that. And very good running team and even better passing team. So we've got our hands full today, but we're just glad to be here, and hopefully we'll give it our best shot.
Offensively, what are you going to try and do?
Offensively, hopefully our offensive line will continue to play as well as it has all year. We definitely want to hold on to the ball. You can't be turning the ball over at this level, which is something that South Barber's lived on this year.
St. Paul Indians, good luck today, Coach Doug Tuck. And we'll take it back upstairs to you guys.
And back at Schaefer Field in Russell, Kansas, the 8-man Division I state championship football game in the state of Kansas. Jeremy McGuire along with color analyst Larry Jansen. It's a championship day again in Russell, Kansas. The state championship back here, Larry, and they do a quality act getting this thing put on here.
That's an incredible job. Norm Nuss there, athletic director at Russell High School, has done a great job. They had this game 7 years in a row from 83 through 89, and they come back here at first time. It's been a Salina the last 3 years, so it's really great. They do a great job.
They're introducing the St. Paul Indians right now under the direction of head coach Doug Tuck, his 14th year in St. Paul. The Indians state champions back in 1986. And looking at the St. Paul roster, Darren Schreiber, Michael Diskin, Josh Newberry, Brandon Giefer, expect to hear a lot out of him. Tim Van Leeuwen, Craig Coombs, Brian Scheibe and Jimmy Scheibe, Jordan Card, Ryan O'Brien, Johns Bradshaw, 180-pound senior. He is a tough one out there. Expect to hear a lot from him, as well as Michael Pope. And then on down the line, Craig Westhoff and Jonathan Schaefer defensively very strong, and John Scheibe at an end position. Darren Spielbush on the offensive line, the 170-pound senior. Nick Beechner, Michael Madel. It should be an exciting game for the St. Paul Indians. They come into this game 12-0. They got here with victories over Hartford in by-district play. Then in the quarterfinals, they beat Flint Hills 58-12. And then a tough game, a 46-36 victory up in Scandia as they took on Pike Valley. Looking at South Barber, Trent Humphrey, Ryan Moles, Adam Myers, Heath Shalite. He has really thrown the ball well this year for James Johnston's club. Matt Phillips, Blake Ridgway, Sam Harris, Michael Swanger out of the backfield, Corbin Quick, and Barton Walsh will be blocking the way for Swanger today. John Meyer, Garrett Cook, Matthew Swanger, Dane Mitchell, Charlie Bratton, Brett Mott, Ben Swartz, Bo Van Rankin, Garrett Lohman will also be a big part of the defense as well as the offense for the Chieftains. Tyler McNett in an in position, Austin Sterling, Jared Dominic, Dustin Gordon, Clay Phillips, Corey Ham, Brian Hill, Kyle Graves, and Josh Rathgaber. Also Chris Albright, Kyle Stranathan, Kendall Moles, Josh Myers, Clint Gates, Luke Ott, Dewey Pounds, Todd Shalite, Joey Bratton, and Michael Nunnerly to round out the roster for the South Barber Chieftains. And you look at it, Larry, and this team, they have a lot of guys out there, over 30 guys on their team, and for an 8-man, that's pretty good. 38 players for the Chieftains.
Yeah, they have 38 players. They have 10 seniors, 9 juniors, 10 sophomores, and 9 freshmen, Jeremy, and coupled with St. Paul over there, not quite so many numbers. They have 24, and 6 seniors, 4 juniors, 7 sophomores, and 7 freshmen on their roster. And it'll be mostly both the same 8 players going the same on offense and defense for St. Paul. They will make very few changes, Coach Tuck said.
South Barber getting here with victories over Cunningham, Otis Bison, and probably the biggest win not only this year but probably in school history. A 20-14 win last week over Jetmore, a tough win, and they have to have some confidence going into this game against St. Paul.
Absolutely, and one of their keys is they have what they call hold the rope. All the fans, everybody's got a little string of some nylon rope that's golden color with black braids on each end of it, and it's hold the rope. It's part of their team concept. David beats Goliath thing that happened last week against Jetmore, and they've only, in the last 3 playoff games, they've only been averaging 12 points. They're giving up, allowing 12 points, Jeremy, is all on defense, and on offense scoring an average of 40 points a game. So it's going to be a bing-bang shootout from the OK Corral, or you might say the Bronco Corral, since we're in Bronco country, for this here game this afternoon.
Plus you got the Indians, you have the Chieftains, so it's an Old West setting here in Midwest Kansas. Nothing more appropriate. If you would like a copy of today's game, make sure you contact Smoky Hills Public Television at P.O. Box 9, Bunker Hill, Kansas, zip code 67626, or look at us online at www.shptv.org for your copy of today's 8-man Division I championship football game. We're about set for our national anthem here at Schaefer Field in Russell on Smoky Hills Public Television. So we'll have our national anthem here in just a little bit. South Barber coming into the game at 11-1, and then of course St. Paul comes into the game at 12-0. We will not have a national anthem, but now it is time for a coin toss. Let's go down to the field to referee Brad Taylor as he takes us to our coin toss.
How you doing? I'm Brad Taylor. I'll be the referee next. How you doing? I'm Brad Taylor. Brad Taylor. Congratulations, guys, every one of you. I'm Brad Taylor. Okay, fellas, let me introduce the other officials. Mr. Jones will be the linesman, Mr. Kaufman the umpire, and Mr. Preston will be the, what are you going to be? The judge. Okay, I got him turned around. Okay, gentlemen, you're the visitor, so you're going to call it. Which one of you are going to call it? Call it in the air. If I drop it, we'll do it again. Give me a good heads or tails. All right, please call it.
Tails.
Okay. We're gonna do it again, guys. Imagine that. Okay, one more time.
Tails.
Okay. We got tails. White, you won the toss. You have the choice to kick or receive, choose a goal to defend, or you can defer to the second half.
You wish to defer.
You want to defer. You want the ball.
Yes.
Okay. Which end would you like to defend?
I want to defend that and go that way.
You want to go that way. White, step over here. Black, step over here. Okay. Excuse me. They won the toss, and they chose to defer. Black is going to receive down here. Hang on here for a minute, guys. Hold up. Hang on. Guys, I just want to say one thing. You guys are the representatives of your team, so if you got a problem, you come to us and we'll take care of it. If we got a problem, we're going to expect the same out of you. Congratulations and good luck to both of you.
The referee, Brad Taylor, setting the team straight as we get ready to go here in the Division I championship game. St. Paul has won the toss and is elected to defer to the second half. South Barber will receive. St. Paul will kick, defending the south end zone, Larry. And I guess some of the thought process behind deciding to defer to the second half in this game.
Well, I think Coach Tuck, he just wants to have the ball to start second half. Let's get the first half out of the way, and games are won or lost in that second half, but you can set the tone here. And I think it plays the hands of the Chieftains. They don't mind that at all. They'd like to get the ball in the air. Remember, they've been about 60% of the time they passed the ball during the regular season and 40% run. I think Coach Johnston is going to turn old Heath Sheelight loose and let him throw some quick, short passes and get the game spread open and try to catch him off balance.
He is a dangerous quarterback. The 6', 165-pound junior has passed for 1,768 yards on the season, 28 touchdowns, and only 4 interceptions. So South Barber 11-1. They punched their ticket to this championship game, as we've mentioned, after a 20-14 victory over Jetmore in the Sub-State Championship game. And St. Paul, they are 12-0. A 46-36 victory over Pike Valley on the road up in Scandia, which is never an easy place to play. The Panthers are a solid ball club. So we are about set for action. Back deep for South Barber, Trent Humphrey, stands at his 10-yard line. And Darren Treiber will kick it up for the St. Paul Indians at the 30-yard line. St. Paul will go from our left to our right. They get the kick in the air. It's a good one. And Humphrey has it at his 3. He has an opening. He's up the sidelines, and he is brought down at the 27-yard line. A 24-yard return. Johnston Bradshaw on the tackle, and expect to hear that name quite a bit today.
He plays the linebacker on defense and tight end on offense, so you're going to hear 45 Johnston Bradshaw's name a lot. There he is, a linebacker.
Here's Sheelight up to the line of scrimmage. He has an I formation. We'll see if the Chieftains decide to spread things out. There's a give off the right side to Smoky. He's hit right at the line of scrimmage, and he will go absolutely nowhere. Jonathan Schaefer in on the tackle for St. Paul. No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd down and 10.
Well, they got good field position. That was a great kickoff there by St. Paul, but it's a good run back there to get the ball out to the 27-yard line, Jeremy. So they still got a good start, and they got a little breeze behind the back. The flag's about straight out.
No gain on 1st down, 2nd down and 10. Sheelight's going to offset right side. Swanger is swarmed under at the 25-yard line. Derek Spielbush in on the tackle. Darren Treiber and Brandon Giefer. A loss of 1. I'll tell you what, no going for Swanger on his first 2 carries.
And St. Paul, as tough Indians, they've got a 3-3-2 defense out there. Coach has got the 3 down linemen. You got the 3 linebackers as Scheibe, Spielbush, and Bradshaw is his 3 linebackers. Then you got, of course, Treiber and Giefer as the safeties, Jeremy.
And Pope, Schaefer, and Westhoff are the down linemen. 3rd down and 11 for Heath Sheelight and South Barber Chieftains. Out the pass is complete, and a nice tackle on the outside by Bradshaw. The pass was complete to Tyler McNett. He gains 5 yards, but that's not enough for a 1st down. It'll bring up 4th down and 6 for South Barber.
Go Black!
South Barber to punt it away. St. Paul nearly had a chance to get to it. Back Pete Giefer has it at his 14. Tries to get to the outside, and he is not going to get there. And Adam Myers on the tackle for South Barber. Also out there for the Chieftains was Blake Ridgway, the 200-pound junior on the tackle.
That was a great snap and a great kick. It had good distance with it. Went behind him, had a great spiral, and gets the ball in the 14, only make it back to 19. That's a good job by South Barber to start it off. 1st and 10, St. Paul at their own 19-yard line. No score in the early going. There's a pitch out to Giefer. Has some running room. Finally brought down by Scranton. That's a gain of about 11 yards on the play, and it's going to be a 1st down for the Indians. Oh, that was a great job. Treiber just barely got rid of that ball on that pitch out because they had a blitzing linebacker. Because was that Stranahan?
Stranahan made the tackle. 1st down and 10 for St. Paul. The ball spotted at the 29-yard line. Offset formation in the backfield behind Treiber. Pope gets the carry. He's a load. He's still on his feet, going across the 40 and brought down inside South Barber territory at the 39-yard line. A gain of 12, and Michael Pope refused to go down.
That was like a loaded semi-truck, wasn't it? Going down there carrying a bunch of logs.
I tell you what, he is a load in the backfield. A 6-foot, 240-pound senior. There's a nice run on the outside by Giefer. Here we go, back to action. 1st down and 10 in Chieftain territory. Up the middle to Pope again. He is brought down. An ankle tackle by Garrett Lohman. A gain of a couple on the play. It'll bring up 2nd down for St. Paul.
That was there. Kind of had that one wide receiver to the right. Split one wide receiver. Here comes Treiber. He's got the next play from Coach Tuck. We'll see what they'll do on the 2nd and 8 call. See what the Chieftains got an answer for those St. Paul Indians.
Coming up on 9 minutes to go here in the 1st quarter of the Division I state championship game in 8-man. Pass out the flat to Giefer. He's knocked out of bounds. Close.
Maybe short gain, about 2 or 3.
Personal foul on the outside. She lied in on the tackle. Also, Barton Walls. Gain of about 4 on the play. It'll bring up 3rd down and 4. Those short passes, like we thought they would do, Larry, a couple of instances.
Well, Coach Duck thinks it's pretty balanced of the run as well as the pass. Now they're in the regular straight I formation with a hard count, trying to get them offside.
Outside to Giefer, flag on the play. Giefer nowhere. Swanger and Walls tackle him just past the line of scrimmage.
Penalty on the play thrown by the referee, Mr. Taylor.
Now wait a minute, listen to me here. If you decline it, it's 4th down. And 3, or we'll go back.
He wants us to take it back.
Okay.
Take it back.
He wants to go back from the 5-yard line. So we'll repeat 3.
So moving backwards.
Hey, fullback, one set for a second. Right here.
His eye back wasn't set for a second.
Run by St. Paul, running the ball hard on the outside. So moving back 5 yards on the false start.
Might have been a mix-up between the center and the quarterback because he gave a hard count, maybe wasn't supposed to be, and that might be just enough to throw off the tailback after and made an illegal procedure or is in motion, see.
3rd down and 9 for St. Paul. The ball at the 38-yard line of South Barber. Driver back to pass, has some room to throw, and nearly completed it to Coach Johnston on the sideline for South Barber. Incomplete. It'll bring up 4th down.
I think Coach Johnston would have had that pass really if he didn't have all the paper in his hands and the headgear on. He'd made that pass. He'd got it.
It might have been a little bit an easier reception, but incomplete by Triber in both teams.
I got 4th down and 9. What do you think?
That's a kick it away. Bradshaw to punt it away. He does a little bit of everything. It's kind of off the side of his foot. And will roll out of bounds about the 16-yard line.
I don't think he's a happy camper with that punt. I didn't think it turned out the way he wanted it to be. It's kind of like a lame duck coming down instead of had a spiral to it.
Not the way you normally like to see it. It'll bring up 1st down and 10 for South Barber. They have the ball at their own 16-yard line. 3 plays and out their last time. I formation. Walls is the fullback. Swanger is the deep back. Swanger gets the carry off the left side, just blocking. Cleans it across the 20, just past the 20-yard line. We'll call it a gain of 4. It'll bring up 2nd down and 6 for South Barber.
That's a good run. The line did a great job making a nice hole in there for him that time, Jeremy. Otherwise, he couldn't have done it on his own. That was just a nice hole, and all they had to do is follow the block. He made 1 cut, get about 4 yards. Coach probably take that every play, wouldn't he?
Absolutely. 4 yards, you only need 3 plays to get a 1st down. 2nd down and 6. Sheelight rolling right, no room to run. He is drilled by Spielbush in Bradshaw, back behind the line of scrimmage. A loss of 4, 3rd down and 10 for South Barber.
3rd and 10, I think, corrected on that.
3rd down and 10. 7:30 to go in the 1st quarter. No score in the Division I championship game on Smoky Hills Public Television. 2 wide receivers split to the near side. A man in motion is Moles to the far side. Sheelight gonna roll that way. Throws it to Moles. He makes the catch and he has the 1st down. Knocked out of bounds at the 28-yard line. That's a gain of 12 and a 1st down for South Barber.
Well, they needed that one there. They started off in that formation, had twins to the left, then sent him in motion, you know, and then it was a nice pass. Released in the quarterback course. Sheelight just rolled out to his right, squared up, had a nice spiral, and good for a 12-yard gain, and they moved the sticks.
Moles laid into the lineup for South Barber. They get the offense set. 1st down and 10 at their own 28-yard line. There's the reverse. It goes to Humphrey. Has some running room down the sidelines and knocked out of bounds by Darren Triber, but not before another 1st down and a gain of 11. 1st and 10, South Barber on the 11-yard run by Trent Humphrey.
Well, that was a great run by that 166-pound senior, number 5, Trent Humphrey. He did a lot of that on his own once he turned that corner, didn't he, Jeremy?
Absolutely. Give some credit to the offensive line. Clay Phillips, Kendall Moles, Brett Mott, Kyle Strandethan, Tyler McNett, getting the blocking done for this team. There's Longer off the right side. Bradshaw brings him under as he crosses the 40 and gets into St. Paul territory. They'll spot it at the 39-yard line, a gain of maybe 2 on the play. It'll bring up 2nd down and 8.
Got substitutions, 31-65 to coming out of the game, and Sheehite, he sneaks over and catches the next play from Coach Johnston. 2nd down and 9.
2nd and 9, the nose of the ball, as you can see, just resting inside the 40-yard line. Shotgun formation, Sheehite, rolling left, going deep for Swarmger, incomplete, broken up. Derek Spielbush on the coverage on the near side for St. Paul. And that's the way you do it. You cover the receiver, you see him turn his head, then you need to look for the football, and that's exactly what Spielbush did there.
Oh, 86, Spielbush did a great job. He's a 170-pound senior, and he just ran right with him, side by stride by stride, they'd say, and then broke it up the last seconds, incomplete, so brings up 3rd and 9 now.
Sheehite tried to draw Spielbush up, trying to fake the run. There's another reverse. Boom, Humphrey gets a nice clearing block, but he is not going to have enough for a 1st down. Strandethan with the tackle, or with the block. Knocked out of bounds. We'll see where they spot it. A gain of maybe 1 on the play for Humphrey will bring up 4th down for South Barber.
About 4th and 8, I think, and Coach Tuck will be real proud of those St. Paul Indians that way. Everybody kind of stayed at home, kept their position. A little trickery.
South Barber to punt it away. It's a slow snap and a beautiful kick into the end zone. Beautiful as far as the distance.
Yeah, it's a great
Not so
kick.
beautiful as far as the result. St. Paul will have the ball 1st down and 10 to throw 15 after the touchback on the punt.
Yeah, it was a great kickoff. At least there was no return on that one. But it does give St. Paul Indians the ball 65 yards away from pay dirt to start their next series here in the 1st quarter. We got 6:03, so the 1st quarter is about half gone.
6:03 to go in the 1st quarter, no score. Schreiber flanked by Pope and Kiefer. Kiefer on the counter play, nowhere to go. Strandethan on the tackle as they cross the 15 to the 16-yard line, and these two defenses are playing well, Larry Jantz.
Oh yeah, then Walls came in there, but Stranahan did a great job at that point there. The lineman, it's just a battle of the front up. Who can the trenches? Who's going to win the battle of the line of scrimmage and make the less mistakes?
2nd down and 9. The ball at the 16-yard line. Schreiber rolls. It's going to be an option. He's on his feet. And Strandethan again with the tackle as Schreiber crosses the 20 up to the 23-yard line. It's a gain of 7 on the play. It'll bring up 3rd down and 2 for St. Paul. Schreiber bringing the play back in with his team. 3rd down and 2 for St. Paul. They have the ball across their own 20 up to the 23-yard line. They need to get to the 25 for a 1st down. And Michael Pope gets the carry, and he is not going to have the 1st down. He's going to be stopped about a half a yard short. A gain of 1 on the play, and it'll bring up a 4th down for St. Paul. And we'll see if Doug Tuck is brave, and it looks like he's going to bring his punting unit on, which is probably a good call. A 1-yard gain for Michael Pope.
I don't think you want to risk not making it since they stopped that the big truck. Pope there, the 240-pound fullback. They stopped him short. So punt formation.
Bradshaw snap roll back to him. He's going to fake, and it's incomplete. A bad snap. Schreiber couldn't handle it on the pass, and it's going to be a 1st down for South Barber at the 24-yard line of the St. Paul Indians.
They've got the short field that they wanted to have, and now you have that mistake of the miscue by the probably the bad snap caused it, Jeremy. So now the Chieftains have the ball on the Indians, 25-yard line.
At the 25-yard line, 1st and 10, South Barber. The best opportunity for either one of these teams to strike. Sheehite looking. We're going to throw it, and it is incomplete off off the hands of John Bradshaw, intended for Humphrey. It brings up 2nd down and 10, and Shelight's 2 for 4 today for 17 yards and 1 first down completion.
Well, I thought he had a little run there. He might have been able to tuck it and go and make 4 or 5 yards, but that wasn't the choice that he took. Went ahead and passed it, got deflected, incomplete, 2nd and 10.
Decided to go the other way. I agree with you, Larry. I think he might have had some running room. They split 2 wide receivers, keep 3 men in the block. Shelight is going to run with it. He has running room. He's inside the 10 and brought down at the 8-yard line. Bradshaw on the tackle. Looked like they're trying for a little shovel pass there, Larry, but Shelight pulled it down and ran it for a 16-yard gain.
I think it's a broken play, but the line really sealed them off.
First down and goal from the St. Paul 9-yard line. South Barber looking to punch it in here. High formation. 2 ends. Shelight pitches it out to Swanger. Swanger is swarmed under. The tackle by Giefer by the ankle.
Give him 2 yards.
Bring up 2nd down after the 2-yard gain.
It'll be 2nd and goal from about the 7. And Swanger, he waited on the block to materialize and cut up underneath of it, but there was one of the linebackers was waiting on him, Jeremy.
An interesting toss sweep for South Barber as Shelight is out and is one of the main blockers. It's a halfback pass into the end zone, knocked away. Bradshaw, a 6'4", 180-pound senior, is out there again, and I wouldn't be surprised if he's not a little bit taller than 6'4", and he has been all over the field, Larry Jansen, the early going.
Yeah, that pass there was to, I think it's Clay Phillips. Looked like it's trying to attempt to get to 65, and Swanger just didn't have it high enough to get over the defensive arm, and so it's knocked down incomplete and brings up 3rd and goal from the 7-yard line.
3rd down and goal from the 7-yard line. The ball spotted at the 7. 3:19 to go in the first quarter. Still no score between South Barber and St. Paul. Shelight back to pass, rolling right.
He's got running room.
Looking, still going, and he's hit and dropped by John Bradshaw at the 3-yard line. So a gain of 4, but it's short of the goal line. And what does South Barber do here? Humphrey can kick the ball well. I saw him, he was kicking him. And we have a timeout on the field. 3:11 to go in the first quarter. South Barber's going to think about this one, Larry, and put yourself inside of the head of Coach Johnston. What do you do right now?
Well, you're not going to drop down taking yards and punt, I can tell you that. But all he wants is 4 yards. That's about what I think he wants, maybe even less than that. He wants a 2-yard play. He don't care what he gets it. But I suspect that they're going to have rollout, give Shelight some room, let him use his quickness, his mobility, stretch the play out, and either have him tuck it and run or go ahead and pass the receiver. Just try to spread out the field is what I look for.
There's the shot of Bradshaw bringing down Shelight inside the 5. And I tell you what,
you think they'll run it?
I think they'll run it. I think I think they'll run the ball with Shelight. I think it'll be a run-pass option, though. But the thing that makes it tough right here, Larry, is the right-handed throwing quarterback. You can either roll it near side, you don't have as much field to work with, or you roll the opposite side, and it makes it harder if it is a pass play.
Well, I think you're right. Did you see that the Zebras had timeout, that they've been running so hard here like they had to sit down and tie their shoes? I thought that was good. Just almost run out of their little tennies.
Humphrey is split to the near side. Ryan Moles to the top side.
Big play for the St. Paul Indians as well as the Chieftains.
Court down and
shotgun
goal.
formation.
Rolling, looking. He's under pressure and he's sacked.
By you-know-who.
Derek Spielbush in on the tackle this time. On the blitz, and a golden opportunity wastes away for South Barber. A loss of 7 on the play.
And Spielbush is that 170-pound senior. One of those there are 3 linebackers along with, Scheibe and Bradshaw. So that was a great stop by them.
I'll tell you what, that is a momentum buster for South Barber. 3:06 to go in the first quarter, no score. St. Paul takes over after South Barber goes out on downs. There's the give to Schreiber, he keeps it. He's down the sidelines. Darren Schreiber finally brought down by Barton Walls, but not before he gets up to the 27-yard line. A gain of 17 and a St. Paul first down.
There's just a lot of extra adrenaline flowing from them. The big stop they just made on defense carried over to that because Schreiber, he broke at least 3 tackles, getting out there and making that large gain and moving the chains one more time. From what they're only 27-yard line, you got 1st and 10 from about their only 27.
St. Paul 12-0 on the year. Pope still running, finally brought down, and not an easy tackle for Sheelight.
But the Hankies are on the field, so we'll wait and see what happens.
And that came out pretty early, so it'll probably go against St. Paul. We'll hear the call.
Holding on White, number 60. You want that? Was it right at the snap, so it'll be from the line rather than, okay.
So the holding is on St. Paul, and that will move them back 10 yards from the line of scrimmage. It'll bring up 2nd and 20, the second penalty against the Indians in the ball game.
Here, repeat first down.
That's a major penalty with the coach. You know, both coaches have talked about in the pregame about they've got to stay away from mistakes, got to have no penalties and turnovers, and that's a crushing blow. That wiped off those good runs that you just have. Now you've got first down and 25 about, or 20, don't you?
First down and 20 from the 17-yard line. High formation. South Barber facing the 1st and 20. Schreiber keeps it again. He is hit and dropped as he gets just past the line of scrimmage. Kendall Moles in on the tackle for South Barber.
And he got an assist in there by Swanger. 24 was in there getting him too. That's the same play, I think, Jeremy, that they made that good run on just a while ago. That Traber broke them three tackles on the way to that big gain. But this time it was stopped. Give him a gain of, what, 1 or 2 yards?
Gain of a couple. It'll bring up 2nd down and 18. 2nd and 18 for St. Paul, and get South Barber across the line of scrimmage. Good ball. The killer.
Like they had a hard count, and Lohman, number 51, Lohman, the nose guard, thought he was going to snap it due to the hard count of the voice by Traber, and
dead ball foul. Encroachment on the defense. Repeat 2nd down.
Brad Taylor with the call. It's a 2nd down now, or still, for St. Paul. 2nd down and 14.
What a defensive battle, Jeremy, with only about 1:43 to go in the first quarter. 2nd and 12. Nice pitch.
There's a pitch to Giefer down the sidelines. He has one man to beat. Giefer at the 10, the 5, touchdown, St. Paul. What a heck of a run.
About 56 yards for a touchdown. When he turned that corner, it was all lights out because he had good speed.
Brandon Giefer, 56 yards, and St. Paul is on the board.
It was a great job, and you know, Brandon's a 175-pound junior is what he is, Jeremy, and he just did a great job. When he turned that corner, he kicked in the afterburners, didn't he?
He sure did. Sheelight tried to bring him down from behind, but had no luck. 3-point conversion attempt. Schreiber rolling, throws it into the end zone, incomplete. That was intended for Bradshaw. So it's 1:29 to go. Look at the run by Brandon Giefer. Sheelight couldn't make the tackle. He cut inside on Humphrey and all the way to pay dirt. And it is 6-0 St. Paul after the 2-point conversion was no good. So a big run right there for South Barber.
And it all stems from them.
St. Paul.
And it all stemmed, Jeremy, from St. Paul stopping them on that 4th down play down there when they had 1st and goal by South Chieftains. And the next series, guess what? They score.
All the way to the end zone.
As Chris Berman would say, taking it to the house.
Definitely taking it to the house.
Way.
So 1:29 to go in the first quarter. St. Paul is on the board. South Barber really hasn't done a whole lot offensively. They have a couple of passes. They've ran for just about 30 yards. But St. Paul, a big touchdown run by Darren Giefer. Schreiber will tee it up at the 30. Humphrey back deep for South Barber. There's a kick. It's a line driver. Humphrey has it bounce off his legs at the 8. Takes it. He's on the run. Humphrey still going and brought down at the 24-yard line, and that's where South Barber will start 1st and 10 at their own 24.
If you have a gut feeling, would be that some of the experience, tradition, and the strength and maturity of the St. Paul Indians being here 5 years in a row is starting to get a little feel for the game and get showing some of their strength as well as their quickness out there, because they've done a little bit better job of maintaining ball possession and when they have it.
1:21 to go. South Barber 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Shelight's directing traffic. Got it out of wing back now. Moved down the I formation.
That way. It's going to be an option. Shelight carrying it and not much going for him.
Give him 3 maybe. Jeremy.
Jonathan Schaefer helps clean up some traffic. Johnson Bradshaw underneath the pile. A gain of 2 on the play. 2nd down and 8.
You said old Bradshaw's number already, and only in the first quarter. You said a lot today. You had him and Spielbush and Scheibe. They're doing a good job, the linebackers, aren't they?
Absolutely. They're shut down South Barber so far. The quick passing game of the Chieftains not working so well right now. 2nd down and 8. Shelight back to pass. Under some pressure. Throws
is he open?
A man.
On stride.
This game is tied. Humphrey into the end zone for the touchdown.
That's exactly what Coach Johnston wanted. He wanted a quick answer, and he got it, Jeremy.
54 yards to Humphrey, and it is tied up at 6.
And we got a barn burner and the OK Corral, don't we?
Absolutely.
Now for all the important extra point, what are you going to do? Do they run? Do they kick?
I kick it right here. Humphrey can kick the ball well. I'd put it in the air for him.
Just get 7? You go for the extra point, you mean?
I'd go for 7, but that's just me. They're not going to. So see what I mean? I never guess it right.
They're going to roll out Shelight's what they're going to do. They got twins. They're going to run the opposite play. They got twins to the right.
There's a pass in the flat.
Oh, yeah.
It's good. A 2-point conversion to Michael Swanger. With 37 seconds to go in the first quarter, the fireworks have begun. South Barber now leads at 8-6.
And they're
Watch
excited.
this pass, an absolutely beautiful strike. He's Shelight rolling out.
Dumps it right over the old defender, right into the sweet hands of Mr. Swanger, number 24.
Humphrey making the catch on the touchdown in stride, and there is nothing that Darren Schreiber could do right there. And Humphrey into the end zone, a 54-yard touchdown reception. And just like that, South Barber only takes 49 seconds to answer the touchdown from St. Paul.
And we got a new ball game, Jeremy. I mean,
Absolutely.
This is what it's all about. I mean, Joe Montana in his heyday at the 49ers and Chiefs couldn't throw one any better on that. Or Neil John Elway out there at the Denver Broncos. That Shelight, he was right on stride with Humphrey.
You're right when I said South Barber was having trouble with their passing game. Shelight steps up and drills one for 54 yards.
That was an incredible deal. They've had about 60% offense, by the passing game this year, and the passing game just now answered the prayer. They scored that touchdown on it, and so 40% run, 60% pass is what they've done up to this point. Now I got Humphrey getting ready to kick the ball off.
Schreiber and Giefer back deep. Humphrey gets his foot into it. It's a high one. Schreiber at the 6-yard line. And he is hit and dropped.
By
Lohman in on the tackle for South Barber. 1st down and 10 at their own 20-yard line for the St. Paul Indians.
Lohman made the initial hit. I think Lohman made the initial hit there, Jeremy, number 51, and Corey Phillips, number 65, helped come clean up a little action in case he kept his balance.
We'll see if St. Paul has an answer to the South Barber touchdown. Schreiber.
High formation.
Getting his team ready. Option right. Schreiber has some openings. Stranathan on the tackle at the 26-yard line. A gain of 6 on the play. It'll bring up 2nd down and 4 for St. Paul.
Coach Tuck would take that every time, if you can get that.
And we might have the last play of the quarter right here. We'll see if Darren Schreiber tries to get his team up to the line of scrimmage. And he is not going to. That will be the final play of the first quarter here from Schaefer Field and Russell.
And what a quarter it was, Jeremy.
Absolutely.
Wow.
1 quarter of play is done. South Barber 8, St. Paul 6. We'll be back with your second quarter after this timeout on Smoky Hills Public Television. The South Barber Chieftains definitely have something to cheer about. They lead this one 8-6 in the 8-man Division I championship game in the state of Kansas. A 54-yard touchdown strike from Heath Sheelight to Trent Humphrey has given the Chieftains the lead, but St. Paul is driving. They have the ball 2nd down and 4 at their own 26-yard line. One setback, Quinn to the top side. Pope with the carry. He's hit and dropped. Scranton into the backfield. No gain on the play for Pope. 3rd down and 4.
That's a great read by that good old lineman up there, Scranton. He fought off that first block up on the line and then got him by his feet. And you don't run very long with if you don't have your feet underneath of you.
No, it usually doesn't work very well, especially for a big fellow like that. 3rd down and 4 for St. Paul, and every 3rd down conversion in the state championship game is big.
Crucial, very crucial. Here's Barber. Oh, and he didn't. And he pitched his eagle.
What a play! 1st down, and improvised by Darren Triber and Brandon Kiefer with the 1st down run.
Oh, Triber did a 360 on that one, didn't he? They thought he had him stopped. He spins, and he finds Kiefer out here in the open, and had enough strength to catch the ball, and that was just a straight lateral. It's coming straight out from about where we're at, isn't it?
Look at this play. Somehow Triber had the presence of mind to pitch it out to Kiefer, who was in position where he needed to be. Back to action. Pope pushes ahead, and he is brought down.
The Freightliner. I think he's a Freightliner. Did you see that?
It's tough to bring down a 6', 240-pound guy who has some momentum behind him. A gain of 6 for Pope. 5 carries, 21 yards in the ball game.
And you notice, though, Coach Johnston, he took out Kyle Stranahan there just to give him a breather, so he's got Loman at nose guard now.
2nd down and 4. Triber rolls right, and he is hit and dropped. Kendall Moles in on the tackle. He's also helped out inside by Garrett Loman.
It's a great job. That Moles ain't no little guy himself. You know, he's a 255-pound junior. Moles, number 79. And then, of course, Loman, he's the leader of the team, the senior leader, Garrett Loman, and he's a 190-pound senior, and they kind of wrapped him up.
Chieftain fans excited about that one. No gain on the play for Triber. He'll bring up 3rd down and 4. 8-6, South Barber with the 2-point lead, 9:51 to go in the 1st half. Tries to draw him offside. There's a missed handoff. He is hit and dropped. In on the tackle for South Barber was Blake Ridgway.
They had the blinkers
15.
on. I think that they had a mess up there in the backfield, like Triber and old Pope both had the same idea. Got a timeout there by the officials for a measurement, I believe.
Triber and Pope wanted to go through the same hole at the same time, and tell you what, 9 times out of 10, Pope's going to win that battle.
Yeah, and they couldn't decide who wanted to carry the ball, did they? It's kind of side by side.
Yeah, and those are the situations where you see turnovers happen.
Look here, here's your chain. They're short, aren't they? By about a yard.
They're short by about a yard. They'll reset it at the hash mark. It'll bring up 4th down and 1 after the 3-yard gain by Darren Triber. And you can bet that St. Paul's going to be going for this one, and I would give it to the big guy, Michael Pope. Well, we'll see what happens. Might get Kiefer with a nice lead block from the big fella.
Either that or they might use, they could, if they run out the eye like they have been, they could use Pope as the fullback, does the lead blocker, and have Kiefer right behind him. Let's see.
There it is. Fullback is Pope.
I got to give it the second.
Tailback is Kiefer. And there's a false start on John Scheibe. That is a killer.
Made a mental mistake, which you can't have them.
You want that foul?
Instead of 4th and 1, that's going to be 4th and 6. John Scheibe just barely
Ball foul. Good job, guys. Good job.
He was anxious. He wanted to get out. He wanted to make that block. So now it makes it a punting situation. See, 4th and 7.
3 penalties, 20 yards on St. Paul. There's a good kick.
Bradshaw.
Fair catch is called for and caught by Moles. And it's a flag on the play. We'll see what it is. It might be an illegal fair catch signal. We'll see what it is. We'll go down to official Brad Taylor as they talk it over.
Okay. Okay. Got an invalid fair catch signal. He waved both hands. Invalid fair catch signal here.
So that's going to be a penalty against the Chieftains, an invalid fair catch signal. They're not at all happy about that one, but that will go backwards. There's more than one flag on the play.
Michael Diskin, he didn't mean that. He just wanted to call fair catch. He waved both hands, and the rule book said you only do it one. So nobody likes what the Zebras, but you can't play a game without them, and they were right on the call. Just going rule by rule, and that's what it is.
No. Loose ball.
And we'll see what it is.
And it's a live ball foul, says loose ball.
Or you decline.
Let's leave it here. Let's pin him.
Okay.
Doug Tuck getting the call from Brad Taylor.
We're going to decline it. We're going to play defense right there now.
They're going to decline it and play defense right where they're at.
Have an invalid fair catch signal on the receiving team. That penalty's declined. First down.
So Brad Taylor gets everybody straight, gets us straight, gets the truck straight, and we're ready to roll. 9:06 to go in the first half, 8-6. South Barber leading on top of St. Paul in the state championship game of 8-man Division I. Here on Smoky Hill Public Television from Schaefer Field in Russell.
She hides in the I formations up underneath the quarterback, give a cross-buck action.
Swanger with the carry, and he has nowhere to go. No gain on the play for Swanger, bring up 2nd down and 10.
And of course, old Mr. Spillbush, he kind of saw to it that Mr. Swanger didn't gain very many yards. Matter of fact, probably lost a half a yard. But he continues to have a good game at linebacker.
Both these two teams played tough games to get into the state title game. St. Paul a 46-36 win over Pike Valley. South Barber 20-14 over Jetmore. Sheelight out in the flats to Moles, and he is going to be very close to a first down.
They're on the spot. Looks like he's a little short, but his knee went down by Mr.
Giefer on the tackle. Looks like they're going to spot it at the 21-yard line, so it'll be a couple of yards short of the first down. Gain of 8 on the play, 3rd down and 2.
It's going to be 3rd down and 2. Mr. Preston, Terry Preston, he saw that knee go down early and is spotted there, and so it's 3rd and short. Bring Humphrey spread out here. He got split receivers. Sheeheight's not up under the quarterback. Now he's back in a shotgun formation, Jeremy.
Shotgun formation, quarterback sneak. Sheelight is going to be short of the first down. He is not going to have it. 4th down, and South Barber is going to have to punt the football away.
And Spillbush in on another tackle. Might have been a quarterback draw, possibly. Will look like split the receivers out and try to spread the field, then quarterback draw. Spillbush had the number on that one.
Here comes the kick.
Nice snap.
Good snap and another kick, but that one is way out of bounds. And here we go. We'll see where they mark it at. If it's inside South Barber territory it is, inside
Preston
the 30 or 40 down to the 35-yard line. So St. Paul with great field position. First down and 10 at their own 30, or at the South Barber 35-yard line.
He kind of shanked that ball off his foot like I do some of my drives off the tee box, you know, and I call him a hook.
I don't think that one was quite as bad as what you might have off the tee box, though.
Hey.
First down and 10 for St. Paul at their own 35-yard line. There's the option to the left side. Schreiber brought down from behind. Kendall Bowles on the tackle. Number 79, we have flags all over the field, though.
That was a great job by Kendall. Man, he followed him good. He's
Holding. White.
255-pound junior, Jeremy. He stopped that action, but they had holding on St. Paul Indians, so they got options. I bet you they'll bring that back.
That would be a 10-yard penalty against St. Paul.
Major penalty.
Their second holding penalty of the ball game. They have 4 penalties for 30 yards.
Got holding on the offense. Right here, repeat first down.
So back down to the 35-yard line of St. Paul. So a drive that started in South Barber territory moves back into St. Paul territory.
And Nathan Jones and Terry Preston, they both said, hey, first down, and they had their arms signaled that way, and you got Rand Kaufman as the umpire. Brad Taylor's the referee. Officiated a lot of years, had a lot of state games. Still brings up first down and around 20, Jeremy.
First down and 20, an I formation for the Indians.
Blitz, they got blitz going.
Giefer, nowhere to go. Loman in on the tackle for South Barber. And no gain on the play. He'll bring up second down and 20.
Had old Clay Phillips helping him out there, too, just to make sure he didn't gain any more than what he already did.
5 carries, 74 yards in the ball game for Brandon Giefer. 56 of those coming in on a long touchdown run. 7 minutes, 15 seconds to go in the first half. South Barber defensively playing well, except for the one long run. St. Paul defensively playing well, except for a long touchdown pass.
Going to throw it to Bradshaw.
Looking deep, throws it across the middle, and it is caught.
Still going to be third down about 10.
Catch at the 35-yard line. A gain of 10 on the play. It'll bring up third and 10.
Well, they got the penalty back, Jeremy. They've got about 10 yards on it, so let's bring third down and at least 10, yeah.
He got the first down.
And
third down and 10 from the 35-yard line. Remember, the holding penalty moved them backwards. 6 minutes, 38 seconds to go in the first half.
Excuse me.
St. Paul with the football. They're going right side. Schreiber rolling that way. Has some running room. He has the first down. Schreiber to the 24-yard line. He needed 10, and he got 11.
Which goes to prove to you that you don't try to go get 20 yards in all one play. Take it, get 5 and 10 at a crack, and you got 3 downs to make it. They made it in 2. It's kind of like their offensive formation now resembles the old single wing. Jeremy, did you see that set?
Schreiber, 47 yards rushing so far in the ball game. A first down for the Indians. Pope, a carry up the middle, all sorts of running room. The Lumberjacks chop him down after a gain of about 8 on the play.
Yeah, it's a great job. They're doing a good job. Coach Tuck's team's did a good job of mixing it up. They're coming from different offensive sets. There they went back to the I formation and just gave it to their bulldozer up front, Mr. Pope, the 255-pound or 240-pound senior, and he carries a load.
A gain of 7 on the play. Second down and 3. Left side Giefer, nowhere to go. Hit and drop.
Hit a brick wall.
A gain of maybe 1 on the play. It'll bring up third down and 2.
Loman and Stranahan, they set up a roadblock, almost like a brick wall there, Jeremy. So Giefer, he had no place to go then. Now you got third down, and the fact is he lost maybe a half a yard, I'd say.
And we have officials timeout on the field. Brett Taylor whistles it back into play. And we'll go again. 5:10 to go in the first half. And 6, South Barber with the lead. 3rd down, and we'll call it 3. Left side, Schreiber tries to get to the 1st down, and he is going to be short by about a yard.
It's going to be 4th down and 1 from about the 16-yard line, Jeremy.
Strandethan on the tackle again.
Critical
4th
play.
down and 1. A gain of 2 on the play for Schreiber.
So now, you're going to give it to your up back, you're going to give it to the bull in the china closet, huh?
I give it to the bull in the china closet right here. He needs 1, or St. Paul needs 1. We'll see what happens. I formation. Double in.
Pope.
There's Pope.
The con. He got the 1st down.
Have the 1st down inside the 15 to the 13-yard line. A gain of 3 on the play. He needed 1. 1st down, St. Paul.
And who let the Indians out, huh? Wow. That was a determined run.
He is a load to bring down, that Pope. 1st down and 10 from the 13-yard line. St. Paul trails 8 to 6.
I like that. The single wing formation, I call it. Snap back to Schreiber.
He's hit by Lohman and brought down at the 10. A gain of 3 on the play. 2nd down and 7.
He takes a direct snap, at least from the tailback position, doesn't he? And then just followed Pope and Giefer to the right-hand side of the line.
That's the way
student body right, student body left.
You have the guys that can do it. You have the blockers that can do it. And you have the athletes in the backfield. I formation again. They keep switching it up on South Barber.
Sterling snaps the ball.
Left side, Giefer looking inside the 10 to the 5. He's brought down there. It's going to be 3rd down. They'll mark him at the 6. 3rd down and 2. A gain of 5 on the play.
That's critical time.
3rd down and 2 from the 6. They have to get it just inside the 4 for a 1st down. The ball rests just outside the 5-yard line. A big play right here, both offensively and defensively. The pitch to Giefer. He has the blockers. He tries to stretch it out. Strandethan says, no, sir.
No way today.
Down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play.
Not in my house, you don't, Stranahan said.
What a play. 4th down, and now St. Paul is in the same situation that South Barber was when they had the ball 1st and goal inside the 10. Well, they don't have a 1st and goal right now. They have to have a 4th and 2.
It's a long 2.
4, we have a timeout.
Coach Tuck is a 14-year veteran down there at St. Paul Indians and been here 5 times in a row, and he thinks it's time to take this timeout, give him a little break. Been nonstop action both ways. He's not substituting very many people. So let's start the timeout and think about it, because there's only 2:23 to go to halftime, and this could be a big momentum breaker and swing if they can keep on and punch it on in. At least get the 1st down, then punch it in, huh?
See the crowd over there on St. Paul's side keeping warm here at Schaefer Field here in Russell. 8 to 6, South Barber leading St. Paul. But the Indians have the ball at the Chieftain 6-yard line, 4th down and 2. And another big attempt on 4th down for the Indians coming their way.
Did you see that snapshot of the zebras down there where they getting together to find out what kind of pizza they're going to order after the game?
I know. I'm telling you, the pizza sounds good right now.
It does?
Oh, yeah. So long as it doesn't have anchovies or anything nasty like that
picky
on it.
What do you get?
Oh, I will get, if anchovies are involved, I will be picky. I will go hungry. Even if you pull them off, the flavor's still there. 4th down and 2 for St. Paul. The ball is at the 6-yard line of South Barber.
Scheibe's up on center. There's the student body left.
Schreiber, end zone, touchdown. That was a good play call with 2:19 to go.
On a 4th and 2.
12 to 8.
On a 4th and 2, he got it all. Kind of went back in the tailback. Instead of bring Tribar out of the quarterback, moved him back to take the direct snap, the tailback position, and just went student body left and followed it in. And nobody touched him.
2:19 to go in the first half, and St. Paul is back in front. They're going to go for the 2-point conversion. Power to the left side. There's an option right. Treiber backs into the end zone, and the 2-point conversion is good.
He turned sideways and went the last 2 yards sideways into that, fighting off a tackle, and fell in the end zone for the 2-point extra point.
Here's the Treiber touchdown run. Really no competition as he bowls his way into the end zone. Pope just levels the defensive back there, and Treiber finishes it off into the end zone, and St. Paul has retaken the lead at 14-8. Of course, the last time, Larry, that the Indians scored, it only took 49 seconds for South Barber to answer it. We'll see what the Chieftains have right here with 2:19 to go in the first half.
Well, they got enough time, and that's just what exactly they need to do. If Coach Johnston can get those Chieftains fired up, they need to answer. Needs to answer quick against a strong breeze. You see that flag? The flag's blowing pretty straight out, so they're going to have to do it against that wind.
They can surely do it. St. Paul will kick the ball off at the 30-yard line. Indians lead 14-8 over South Barber here in the second quarter with 2:19 to go. Jeremy McGuire along with color analyst Larry Jans. It's the 8-man Division I state championship game.
Exciting football.
High School. Absolutely exciting. It's been a long time since I've seen an 8-man game. But
did you see that Treiber though? That when he cut that, when he ran that touchdown in there, he almost ran over Nathan Jones. You see that one graphic? Wow! He almost took that referee in there, and I think he could pull that over. Here's a kickoff.
There's the kick. It bounces off one of the Chieftains, and brought down is Blake Ridgway. He's brought down at the 23, so that's where South Barber will start their possession with 2:14 to go in the half.
And Blake's a 200-pound junior, Jeremy, number 15, that tried to get out of the way. Kind of sidestepped that ball, let it go around to one of the other backs to pick it up and run, but hits his leg and had no other choice. Pick it up and do the best you can with it.
And Ridgway at least didn't turn it over. First down and 10 at the 23-yard line. South Barber in the shotgun formation. Back to pass, a blitz, throw out in the flat, it's caught.
Nice,
it's
quick
close
spiral.
to a first down. That was completed to Ryan Moles. We'll see where they mark it, and we'll see if it's
could be short. Could be a little short. Could be about 1.5 yards, 2 yards short of the first down. Bring up second and less than 2. Call it a long one, Jeremy. But that's a nice throw. Direct snap back to Sheelight. Heath. They did a great job. Put a nice spiral on it. Good catch. Look for more of that from here the rest of the half. And now you're back.
Sheelight back out in the pass. Has Moles again. Had his knee down. And they will mark it at the 38-yard line. So give him a gain of 6 on the play and a first down.
Coach Tuck's got his guys back, kind of playing some preventive defense. They're playing a little looser now than what they were earlier in the game. You got Treiber and Giefer. See, they're playing back to safeties. And you got Bradshaw. Look at him. See, Bradshaw's back a little deeper.
Sheelight out in the flats. Completed to Moles. Incomplete. It goes out of his hands. 1:29 to go here in the first half. 14-8. St. Paul with the lead after the touchdown run from 6 yards out by Darren Treiber. Second down and 10. Sheelight now is 6 out of 10, 94 yards and a touchdown in the first half.
Well, one thing that the incomplete pass is to let them catch their breath and maybe get another place in here.
Back to pass. Sheelight out in the flat. Humphrey with the catch. He's collared at the 35-yard line. 4 yards short of the first down. This brings up third down and 4. A gain of 6 on that pass play.
It was a nice tackle by the quarterback. Now defensive safety, Treiber. He made a nice tackle on it.
Third down and 4. Out in the flat, it's caught and incomplete.
Incomplete.
Moles had it and dropped it. And the pass is incomplete. It'll bring up fourth down.
Moles is a 145-pound junior that appeared to maybe have part of his hands on it, in and out of his hands, didn't wrap it up, and so now there's fourth down and 3.
Fourth down. They'll call it a long 3, maybe 4 from the 35-yard line. Back to pass, rolling to his left in the flat. The catch is made, and it's a first down for Moles at the 26-yard line. A gain of 9 and good enough for a first down, and he nearly broke the tackle.
That's a great confidence builder for Sheelight to have enough faith in Moles to come right back to him on the next play and throw a pass right back to him. That's a great confidence builder for him, and he catches it. And enough for the first down, and we move the sticks, and now we got 55 seconds and going.
Sheelight rolling, same play, other side. The catch is made by Moles, out of bounds at the 18-yard line.
Stop that clock.
Stop the clock, and a gain of 7 yards. Second down and 3.
Now, this is what we expected. Over 60% of their offense this year has come from the passing game, and so now they're moving the ball, using what they do best, Jeremy.
Using the pass, short pass plays. Here it goes, across the middle, Humphrey.
Oh, he's open.
Touchdown! We are tied.
Incredible.
Trent Humphrey, an 18-yard touchdown reception, and we are tied at 14. What a game from Schaefer Field and Russell. Wow.
Who let the dogs out? Man, Chieftains and Indians, what a battle, what a game. It don't get any more exciting than this, Jeremy.
This is high school football at its best. 43 seconds to go, and South Barber answers the St. Paul score.
Again.
To try and take the lead. Sheelight, shotgun, we have a false start, that's 5 yards back on South Barber.
Dead ball, snap infraction on the offense.
And Coach Johnston wants to call timeout also. So now we're going to have about
Black.
This is a big play, and with only 43 seconds left in the half, you just as well use the timeout. Make sure you get the right play. You could possibly have the lead going in at halftime.
And you want to let the train. You want to let the train go through town. That's what they call timeout for. I mean, Coach Johnston knows you can't hear the play. It's snap count. His linemen, they might be outside because here's the train. Might have blew the whistle, huh?
Makes it awfully difficult. Get about 8 trains a day through Russell. Now, I'll tell you what, I think they all came while we've been calling the game today. 43 seconds to go in the first half, 14-14, an 18-yard touchdown pass from Sheelight to Trent Humphrey. 43 seconds to go in the first half. It's been a great first half so far. We'll hear from one of the coaches before we get out of here at the end of the first half. South Barber has it. They have the ball. A 2-point conversion coming up. Sheelight in the shotgun formation.
One back set.
Back to pass. Rolling left. Looking. Has Moles. And it's caught. A 2-point conversion. He's Sheelight to Ryan Moles on the crossing pattern with 43 seconds to go in the first half. South Barber 16 and St. Paul 14.
What a ball game.
That touchdown pass again. Over the middle, Trent Humphrey sitting, waiting, and here it comes as Sheelight drops it right into his hands for the touchdown for South Barber. The second connection for those two of the ball game.
And they answered, Jeremy, and they were St. Paul scored first. St. Paul scored first. South Barber answered. St. Paul scored a second time. We had another answer.
Absolutely. That's the way it should be done. South Barber. South Barber taking on St. Paul, and it's a big game from Schaefer Field and Russell.
Well, Humphrey's back to kick, and against that wind, you know he don't want to. No. Wow, what a kickoff.
That's a high kick into the wind.
Taking it,
and it's taken by Triber at the goal line. He's across the 20, still on his feet to the 27-yard line. Brought down by Ridgeway. They'll mark it at the 26, first down and 10 for St. Paul.
That's about a 25-yard return by Triber, the quarterback. That was an excellent return. got good field position. 36 seconds to go to halftime. So now Coach Tuck, he brings in the next play for the Indians. Scheibe. Scheibe's up the line, the center. Barber behind him.
First down and 10. Kiefer in the open, still going, hit and drop, but not before he gets across the 35.
First down, enough to move the sticks.
To the 37-yard line, a gain of 11.
Stop the clock momentarily.
Timeout, White! And St. Paul decides, let's call a timeout with 31 seconds to go.
Well, why not? You can't take him with you to the second half. You just will call a timeout, huh, Jeremy?
Absolutely. That's kind of what we were alluding to a little bit ago with South Barber calling the timeout on the 2-point conversion.
You only get 3 per half, and you can't use them for the second half. There's no carryover rule on that, is there?
Absolutely not. I'm sure some coaches wish there was sometimes.
Well, I can remember some coaches, at least in basketball, they know there's out of timeouts. They'll come up there and they'll say, hey, I didn't use all my timeouts last game. Can I borrow one from them?
Especially late in the ball game.
Absolutely.
Jeremy McGuire, Larry Jantz along with you from Schaefer Field and Russell on Smoky Hill Public Television. The 8-man Division I state championship game.
Both teams giving it their all, buddy. I'll tell you, it's a heck of a dogfight. It's a great job. Got 3-2 defense by South Barber.
Shotgun formation. There's a pass, has a man, Bradshaw, jump ball, he gets it, and it was intercepted, incomplete.
Didn't have it long enough.
Oh, man. Humphrey nearly had it. Bradshaw had to sit there and wait on it. He had a man behind him, and then a man came from the backside and just drilled him.
Just bobbled. He bobbled enough that he never had really clear possession of the ball. And so, but Bradshaw does a great job.
Second down and 10. The ball at the 36-yard line. 23 seconds to go in the ball game in this first half. 16-14. South Barber with the lead.
Look for more of the same. Look for the same type pass pattern. You got 2 guys out on the field pattern.
There it is, completed to Kiefer, out of bounds, and a first down.
That time Jeremy, they sent Bradshaw on a post pattern down across the middle, and then they send Kiefer about 10, 12 yards out, then he kind of breaks on a 90-degree angle on a Y out or Z out.
Gain of 12 on the play and a St. Paul first down. There's 7 to the first half. 17 seconds to go here in the first half. 1 timeout for each team.
And of course, St. Paul has it on the Chieftains' 32-yard line with 1st and 10.
17 seconds to go. Driver back to pass. Throws it down the sideline. Bradshaw's out there. Incomplete.
I think he became the defender there.
He had to be the defender right there because the position was with South Barber. And Sheelite was out there. So the incomplete pass, it'll bring up second down and 10. 12 seconds to go in the first half.
And 2 great warriors in there battling each other, Bradshaw and Sheelite. Sheelite, their leader, their quarterback from the Chieftains of South Barber. And Bradshaw.
I look to see if they can't find Kiefer right here. Back to pass, to throw deep. The man is out there, and it's caught. Touchdown! But there's a flag on the play. We'll see what it is.
Find out who pushed off on who.
Somebody was pushing off on somebody there, and we'll see what the call is. Looks like it might be an offensive pass interference. Kiefer.
Yeah, he pushed off to get open.
Yeah, it is a push off.
Pass interference over here.
That's what I thought was going to be the call.
Offensive pass interference is the call.
No wonder he got open to catch that ball, from this position where we're at.
And only 5 seconds to go here in the first half after that penalty. They'll mark it off from the line of scrimmage. Brad Taylor again with the official call.
Pass interference on the offense to loss of down. 3rd.
Loss of down, and that's a 15-yard penalty. So mark it back 15 yards, and St. Paul.
Instead of 1st and 10, makes it 2nd and 25. from now their own 33-yard line with 5 seconds to go to halftime, Jeremy.
5 penalties, 45 yards here in this first half for St. Paul. 5 seconds to go. We'll see if they can get a Hail Mary into the end zone. They do have the wind behind them right here.
Twin set over here to the left.
Schreiber back to pass, throws it deep. Bradshaw had him beat. It is incomplete, and that is the last play of the first half. We're through one half of the play. This is one fantastic game.
Don't get any more exciting than this, does it?
South Barber 16, St. Paul 14. We should hear from South Barber head coach James Johnston here in a moment if we can catch him. We'll hear Tim McQuaid here in just a moment. South Barber leading by a score of 16-14. A couple of touchdown passes from Heath Sheelight to Trent Humphrey have put the Chieftains ahead 16-14 as they look for their first state title. 16-14. South Barber with the lead. We'll be back with your second half after this timeout. You're watching the state high school football playoffs on Smoky Hill Public Television.
Coach James Johnston joining us now here at halftime. Coach, it looked like it was going to be a slugfest to start things up. Really turned around there late in the second quarter.
Yeah, it really did. It was just kind of one of those games where I think everybody's nerves were really nervous, and mistakes were made on both sides. So we'll just see what happens here this half.
Your second half plan. What'd you tell the guys at halftime?
Well, I just didn't think we played very well. I think that we didn't tackle very well. We weren't very aggressive on defense. We weren't run blocking like we should. So we feel pretty good being ahead by 2 points and not playing very well.
Thank you very much, Coach. Good luck second half.
All right, thanks a lot, Tim. 16-14 our lead at halftime. The 8-man Division I championship game on Smoky Hill Public Television. Jeremy McGuire along with color analyst Larry Jansa. First half that was back and forth all the way. And South Barber leading this one 16-14 at halftime due to their passing game. 134 yards through the air, 30 yards rushing, 164 total yards for South Barber. And St. Paul with 206. And on that note, Doug Tuck with St. Paul Indians down on the field with Tim.
Tim.
Coach Doug Tuck is with us now. First half is pretty exciting. You guys look like you were dominating the line of scrimmage, like you said before the game, but the score doesn't show that.
Yeah, we've unfortunately had too many offensive penalties. We had the pass interference call there at the end of the first half, and then we've had too many holding calls. But that's the way that goes. We've played very good defense. We've given up 2 big plays, and so we've got to try to shut that down a little bit better and continue to try to dominate up front on the offensive line.
What did you tell the guys at halftime? What are some of the keys you're going to say are going to win you this game?
Well, we need to get a better pass rush. We got to help our DBs out a little bit and at least try to make him throw the ball a little bit quicker than he is, or at least get a little bit more uncomfortable. Offensively, we need to continue what we're doing. Just keep driving the ball down the field, keep their offense off the field, and at the very least try to pin them down at the other end.
Okay, thanks for being with us, Coach Doug Tuck. And as he told you, both of these teams are saying they got to get the other offense off the field and get theirs on the field to score points. Back up to you guys.
All right, thanks a lot, Tim. And Doug Tuck, it's really wanting his team to get a pass rush, Larry, and that was evident on both of those touchdown passes that South Barber had, that the St. Paul Indians were lacking a pass rush.
That's right. They've been controlling the line of scrimmage, just like Coach Tuck said, and it's really went by script. Coach Johnston wanted to have the passing game primarily set the tone of offense, and you just mentioned earlier that they had 134 yards passing. The other flip of the coin was that 180 yards was rushing by St. Paul in that first half, and only 26 yards in the air for a total of 206 yards in the first half, and they only had 7 passes and 3 of them are complete. See, by St. Paul.
It's a tale of 2 games. South Barber, their passing game, St. Paul with the running game. The Indians with 180 yards on the ground in the first half. That's a lot of running.
That's amazing. That's good ball control. His line's done a good job carrying him out there. Of course, you got the guy we've been saying, Michael Pope, back behind there. He's the strength. He's the bull up front. Then you got the speedy Giefer that if they pitch and they go to the outside, that's there. And on defense, they've been stopping pretty good with those three linebackers, you know, Bradshaw and Scheibe and Shanahan.
Guys, go ahead.
Back to center field as we go back to the exchange to Brad Taylor down on the field.
Okay, gentlemen, you won the toss and you chose to defer. I'm sorry, I got my card turned around. It's your choice. You want the ball. Which end would you like to defend? North, black over here, white over here. I'm just trying to see if you guys are still.
Yeah, right on.
Gentlemen, let's have another good half. Congratulations, get after it, guys.
I'm sure that's the case. Brad Taylor is trying to make sure that the players had their hats on straight, but it should be an exciting second half. Larry, some of your thoughts on what South Barber and St. Paul need to do to come out state champions in 8-man Division I?
Well, I think the coaches kind of said it all right there at the beginning. You can't have any mistakes. Coach Tuck had too many penalties on their side, but hey, they're rushing the ball well, 180 yards. They're doing everything like they need to do. Just need to be mistake-free football. I mean, it's too close to call. There's only an extra point, a 2-point extra point separating the two right now.
How big was that pass interference call on Giefer at the end?
Oh, it was huge and big, but that explains probably why he got open, so wide open right after the glass and caught the thing. So that's what the officials' duty is, that, you know, to make the call when they have to do it, and it's made. So you got to live through the adversity and go on to the second half. About ready to kick off. Of course, South Barber is going to defend the north goal and kick off using the wind behind their back. And of course, St. Paul deferred, and they want to take the ball here to start the second half. So
definitely makes sense. As we get ready to start the second half, Humphrey to kick it off for South Barber. Back deep, Giefer and Schreiber for St. Paul.
Just great high school football. It's just well-prepared teams, well coached. That went way deep in the end zone, about 8 yards deep in the end zone, Jeremy, for a touchback. They'll bring it back about the 15-yard line, Jeremy.
That's the best defense on a kick return. Just kick it out of the end zone, you won't have to worry about it after that.
That almost reminded me of the kid we'd seen all year long at TNP at Hayes, that Luke Droughting kid, who last night's ball game had a 52-yard field goal and a 53-yard in high school ball. That's awesome.
That's something else. So we'll see what happens here in this second half. Just underway here in the third quarter. Pro set back behind Schreiber. He's going to roll right side. Has some blocking. He's into the open and brought down at the 25-yard line. That should be good enough for a first down, and 10 yards on the carry for Darren Schreiber.
Great deception in there, Jeremy. He set it off in a wing tee to the right. Both backs took off to the left. He fakes to the tailback or the wing back, and then he brings it around the side, kind of naked on the right-hand side for a good gain.
So a 10-yard gain and a first down for St. Paul on their first play from scrimmage of the second half. They trail 16-14 to the South Barber Chieftains. There's an option left side. Giefer with it. Down to the 30-yard line and brought out of bounds right there. A gain of 5 on the play. A good penetration right there by the South Barber defensive line, but it wasn't quite enough.
Kendall Mose just about had him. I mean, just before Schreiber pitched that ball out to Giefer, number 79, Kendall Mose, he's a 255-pound junior. He almost had him in the backfield.
Second down and 5 from the 30-yard line. High formation once again. The crowd's excited. Pope with all sorts of running room up to the 39-yard line. A gain of 9 on the play. They'll bring up first and 10 again for St. Paul.
What a load to bring down. 200. When he gets on a roll like a steamroller, he's about like that freight train when it comes through town. Had 2 engines leading and 3 of them in caboose.
Pope averaging 5 yards carry so far in the ball game on these unofficial stats. 8 carries, 40 yards for Michael Pope. Split backfield again behind Giefer. There's Pope again. Didn't get a chance to get his momentum going there. No gain on the play. He is thrown backwards.
That was diagnosed very well by the up front about the whole middle lineman by the South Barber Chieftains. Looks like Moltz again. Kendall Moltz is on that tackle.
He's had a strong game from his defensive line position today. We've called that name along with Kyle Stranathan several times.
And Lohman. That's a 3-down lineman in there. 3-down lineman, 3 linebackers on the corners.
Option right. Schreiber keeps it. He's into the open. It's a foot race. The 20, the 15, and brought down at the 11-yard line by Humphrey.
He broke 3 missed tackles, Jeremy. Could have been sacked there in the backfield. He cut back to the left, and when he cut across the grain like that, there was a wide open field down there, and only due to the hustle by Humphrey that saved that touchdown, Jeremy.
A 29-yard gain down to the South Barber 11-yard line. First down and 10 Indians from the 11. 10:27 to go here in the third quarter. Schreiber gives it to Pope. He is going nowhere. Moles again on the tackle. Lohman and Stranathan. No gain.
Lohman stuffed Scheibe, who's the center, on the snap and plugged that whole hole and said, "Not here, boy. You're going to have to go someplace else." But then Stranahan came in and cleaned up the action.
We have an official's timeout on the field. The blood timeout. Into the lineup for South Barber is number 72, Kyle Graves. He's a 180-pound junior. He replaces Lohman. We'll see if St. Paul tries to exploit that. Schreiber goes up the middle. He's hit, and he is dropped. Swanger in on the tackle for South Barber. Also Barton Walls. And that's going to be no gain on the play. Third down and 9 from the 10.
Swanger did a great job of stuffing that play for almost like no gain.
A big play right here for St. Paul. They face a third down and 9 from the 10-yard line of the South Barber Chieftains.
They've used the pass as a secret weapon so far, so they haven't only had 7 attempts the whole first half. This might be a good setting to have one, though.
Shotgun formation. Schreiber rolling right. Looking into the end zone. Still looking. He's going to keep it. He is going to be short of the first down to the 3-yard line.
4th and 2, maybe.
4th and 2 after a 7-yard gain by Schreiber.
They might have to call a timeout here.
9:14 to go in the third. 4th down and a long 2 for St. Paul. There's Schreiber's run to the right.
It's defensive strategy here. I'll bet you there's going to be some stunting and blitzing by the linebacker.
South Barber facing a 4th down and 2. Schreiber left side. He is not going to get there. Barton Walls from his linebacker position was sitting and waiting on that one. St. Paul turns it over.
Incredible goal line stance, Jeremy. Just incredible by those 3 up front linemen. Stranahan, Swanger, Moles. They all did a great job.
They did a good job, like you said, Larry, neutralizing that offensive line, and Walls came from his linebacker position, was in the hole, wrapped up, and threw the guy backwards.
It's an old cliche, you know, you can bend but don't break, and that's just exactly what South Barber did. Now we'll see our momentum.
Walls with his first carry of the ball game. He's up to the 10-yard line, a gain of 6. It brings up 2nd down and 4.
Momentum does some strange things, don't it, Jeremy?
I'll tell you what. Right when South Barber needed a big run right there, 6 yards on first down is a plenty.
Got him out of that deep hole there, but that was a great, incredible goal line stance by them. That's tremendous.
The momentum is big in this one. 16-14. There's a pitch out to Swanger. Waits for his block. It's brought down by Bradshaw, and he's going to be about half a yard short of a first down. We'll see if they measure for it.
If they do, I think it's for formality. Maybe the referees need a timeout.
They need to make sure.
They've been working hard. See, I think it's going to
make sure this is a first down right here. We'll see a gain of just about 4 on the play. Get that chain game some action down there. All the way across the field.
Rigor mortis can set in if you don't move them occasionally, you know, like that. So
They're about a third of a yard short.
John Madden would have said that was short. Why are they doing all this stuff?
I don't think we carry quite as much swagger as John Madden. Third down and short for South Barber. I'd look to see if the Chieftains have a quarterback sneak in the repertoire.
Gotta wait till the chain gun gets set before they can get to going.
St. Paul has everybody up at the line of scrimmage. Might be a good opportunity to try a play action pass.
Oh, I'll tell you what, if you had a quick pitch to outside, you're going to go, but they're not using
And
that.
Sheelight with the carry, and he is going to have enough for the first down, barely. Give Sheelight a gain of 1. On the play.
They're looking. Mr. Taylor says we're going to take time out again and make sure.
They got it by about
nose of the
3
ball.
inches, about the nose of the football from where the stripe is.
From stripe on out.
Stripe on out. That's where they got it from. That's my call.
I think you're absolutely right. We're soon going to find out.
They stretch the chains.
Oh.
From the stripe on up.
From 3/4 of the ball, not just the bottom 4.
Still from the stripe.
Okay. Great
First
call,
down.
Gavin.
First down for South Barber.
And that's the bottom line. They moved the sticks.
Let's turn the offense loose right here.
How many first downs is that now for South
Barber, their 6th first down of the ball game. They've had some long touchdowns. There's a pitch outside to Swanger. Looks for the cutback, has a lane, and leans forward out across the 20. They're going to mark him down at the 19-yard line, though. Swanger cut across traffic and navigated it pretty well. A gain of 5, 2nd and 5.
Everybody's flying the ball. Both teams are flying to the ball very well. And in that case, it's a good job of it. You can see how any cutback action against a green of action works very well, just like it happened there for the Chieftains.
2nd down and 5. The ball just inside the South Barber 20-yard line. Shotgun formation. Sheelight throws it out in the flat. Moles has it at the 30. Brought down at the 33-yard line.
First down and more.
That is the first down. A gain of 13 yards, and South Barber moves the chains again.
It'll be the 7th first down out of the game.
That is correct.
Wow.
7:25 and counting to go here in this third quarter. South Barber leads this one 16-14. That was our halftime score. And we still have that one 5 minutes in. Humphrey on the reverse, hit in the backfield and dropped.
Diagnosed by Bradshaw. You've got it.
Brings him down in the backfield. That's a big loss. A loss of 3 on the play. It'll bring up 2nd down and 13.
Had a little kind of a double reverse action there. It worked earlier in the game. Remember when old Humphrey got loose and made some big gains early? And they tried that play again, this time snuffed out.
It seemed like it was a little bit slower developing on that one right there, but back to pass. Sheelight under pressure. He's hit. He is dropped. Derek Spielbush on the sack at the 25-yard line, a loss of 5. It brings up 3rd down and 18 and brings the St. Paul crowd to life.
He hit him so hard that time, kind of unreal. I bet old Sheelight's mother hurts on that one.
Sheelight has had troubles. He had a 16-yard gain, but now he only has 7 yards rushing in the ball game. Back to pass on 3rd and 18, under pressure again, out in the flats is Swanger, and he is not going to get the first down. A gain of 3 on the play, maybe 2. We'll call it a gain of 2. Spielbush on the tackle again for St. Paul.
Would you call it 4th and 17 now? Obviously, kicking and punting formation.
Wait for the whistle, guys.
Okay.
4th and 16. A gain of 2 on the screen pass.
Hoping they get a good snap. They did.
Good snap. Kick is up. It's a high kick.
Kind of a wobbly kick.
Bounces at the 20. And
out of bounds.
At about the 18-yard line, it looks like.
Depends where they spot it, but
maybe back to the 17. Or maybe up at the 20. They're going to mark it at the 20-yard line. So with 5:32 to go, you can see South Barber leading, hanging on to a 2-point lead at 16-14. St. Paul with the football, first down and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Everybody's defense is second half. St. Paul and the Chieftains, both of them, they've been kind of stubborn. They've been bending, getting yards gained, makes it exciting and interesting, but nobody's broke yet for any scores.
First down and 10 at the 20. St. Paul under center with the I formation. We'll see if they can get a big one here. Giefer runs to the outside, and he is collared at the 20-yard line. No gain on the play. Swanger and Walls in on the tackle. Second and 10.
Well, I think there was a traffic jam out there, and nobody got their signals just right, did they? And they kind of mixed up and hit each other.
Something like that. Give credit to the defense for shoving them backwards on that one. Second down and 10. 5 minutes to go here in the third quarter. South Barber maintains a 16-14 lead. Schreiber back to pass, hit and drop. Whew. Moles on the tackle. What a play. And that brings the South Barber crowd to life on the near side.
That was a good solid hit. I'll tell you what, he wrapped him up and sent a Christmas package early.
A loss of 7 on the play. It brings up third down and 17 from the St. Paul 13-yard line. 4:25. We'll see if the Indians try and get something here that'll get them up the field.
Well, they haven't passed the ball that many times, but this is obviously a passing situation. I look for a screen pass. Now they're going to run it up the gut.
Schreiber up the middle. He is not going to get the first down. Lohman in on the tackle. And that will be very short of the first down. On the 15-yard line, a gain of 2 for Schreiber. Fourth down and 15. Fourth and 15 from the 15. South Barber leading by 2. There's a snap.
Good, great snap.
Bradshaw nearly had it kicked. The punt drops down, and Mole's going to watch it roll inside the 30, and they will down it at the 25-yard line. South Barber has it again. First and 10 at their own 25, and Larry Jantz, this has been an absolutely defensive standstill here in this second half.
Yeah, generally you expect a wide open game, and 8-man, they spread the field out, and you see a lot of action, but in this case, why it's been defenses winning the second half by both teams. So great job by everybody.
First and 10 at the 25-yard line. South Barber leading by 2. They pitch it outside to Swanger.
Oh, he's wide open.
That has it at the 40. He's at the 20, the 10, 5, touchdown! What a play by South Barber, Tyler McNett. Holy cow, 55-yard touchdown pass, and South Barber leads it by 8, 22-14.
What a secret weapon that was.
You guys want it in the middle?
McNutty, of course, he's an end and hadn't been used that much, but he was wide open right across on that post pattern. He was wide open from the get-go. When he caught it in stride and then took it to the house.
55-yard touchdown pass from Heath Sheelight to Tyler McNett has put South Barber up by a touchdown. The quarterback keeper, Sheelight, he is in for the 2-point conversion. With 3:22 to go in the third quarter, South Barber 24, St. Paul 14, and Larry, I'll tell you what, you run the certain play, you run it, you run it, you run it. Like we were talking about earlier, sometimes you set up another play, and South Barber did it right there on the halfback pass.
Coach couldn't have drawn it up any better on the playing board, Coach Johnston, on that there pass. I mean, that McNutt, he was wide open, Jeremy.
Absolutely.
Totally wide open, going right down there. Nice score, and they needed that. I mean, it's been a defensive battle up to this point, with 3:22 to go in the third quarter, and finally we got a score in the second half.
Absolutely wide open. South Barber now leads this one 24-14. The Chieftains looking for their first state championship in school history. St. Paul won it back in 2000. They're looking to get another one here in 2002. They have some work ahead of them.
Well, the South Barber, you know, they got that hold the rope. Remember all the fans, everybody's got a little chunk of that rope, hold the rope. We bend, we don't break. It's a teamwork game. The David versus Goliath story. And again, Humphrey nails it clear out of the end zone for a touchback, so it's going to be St. Paul Indians ball on their own 15-yard line.
First down and 10, St. Paul on their own 15, the second consecutive touchback by Trent Humphrey.
He's got pretty good leg.
And look for South Barber to take advantage of this wind that they have. Only 3:22 with the wind at their back. They will be going into a northeast wind in the fourth quarter. St. Paul trails by 10, the largest deficit of the ball game. Back to
Schreiber's
pass.
going to pass.
Schreiber has a man open. Bradshaw nearly had it.
Juggled a little bit,
but couldn't come up with it. Ryan Moles on the play, also out there on coverage.
Sheelight and Humphrey.
Was Sheelight. A nice play. 3:16 to go. An incomplete pass by Schreiber. He is 3 out of 8 for 26 yards here in the first half, or in the ball game.
In the last 3 games, see, St. Paul's been averaging 47 points a game coming into this game and only giving up 20.6 points per game. So South Barber has exceeded what their average has been, at least the last 3 up to this point, leading by 10, 24-14.
Second down and 10. Schreiber goes the right side. He has some running room. He's got a first down, gets leveled as he crosses the 25 up to the 28-yard line. A gain of 13 on the play and a first down for the Indians.
And Garrett Lohman's back in there at that nose guard and did a great job. And you know, whatever he went out earlier for some bleeding infraction, maybe on his finger. It looks like he's got tape on his right hand, or right thumb area. And it's a great stop, but it's a nice run by Trebar, and they moved his chains. What are we on first downs now for St. Paul?
St. Paul has 11 first downs. South Barber, they have 7. But again, long touchdown passes for South Barber. A 65-yard touchdown pass, a 54-yard touchdown pass. Back to pass, Schreiber. Throws it up the middle. It's a jump ball. It's caught. It's caught by Giefer at the 10 and down to the 4-yard line.
What a jump and catch. He's up in the air and he hung for 3 seconds, didn't he?
What an absolute beautiful play.
That's athletic skill and talent. Looked like Giefer, he just kind of hung in the air for the ball to finally settle in there. And I think he was in the air for maybe 3 seconds, Jeremy, and caught that ball, came down, and fought loose at the first tackle, and made her down inside the 5 for a first and goal.
A 48-yard pass play has given South Barber's defense the goalpost right in their backs. First and goal. Schreiber, left side, cuts it in. He's hit and dropped. Swanger meets him after a gain of 1 on the play.
And you know, Jeremy, the first half, you know, we saw St. Paul scoring first, and then South Barber answering. And then St. Paul score again, then answer. Now, in the second half, it's been the other way. South Barber scoring, and St. Paul is trying to answer right back real quick. Get old Mo back on their side.
And we'll see what happens. Second down and goal, just inside the 4-yard line. South Barber leads at 24-14, but St. Paul is going to go right side with Schreiber. He is going to be hit and dropped. A gain of maybe 1 on the play. Lohman in on the tackle. Also in 50. There for South Barber is number 50, Bo Van Rank, and the 175-pound senior. They're saying no gain on the play for Schreiber. Third down and goal.
That's a great job by the interior line of South Barber, shutting it down. They just flowed to the ball that time, and the line of scrimmage is won by the Chieftains of South Barber. Here we go.
1:10 to go in the third quarter. Third down and goal from the 4. Schreiber pitches it left side. Giefer. He is hit and dropped short of the goal line.
Swanger.
Moles out there on the tackle as well. They're going to mark him down at the 3. A gain of 1. 4th and goal.
The play was designed for like a pitch out wide to Giefer, like they scored on earlier, you know, in the game when he went to the house from a long way out. And this time he cuts back on the block, and then the linebacker read and filled the hole, and old Swanger got it. He's playing middle linebacker.
Big play.
Oh, this is huge.
This is all the momentum going into the fourth quarter in one play.
And with the third quarter winding down with about 30 seconds to go, here's the call. Triber.
Triber right, rolling. He's in trouble.
He throws
it up in the end zone. Has a man.
Wide
Touchdown.
open Giefer.
What a play by Triber as he threw it all the way across the field to Kiefer for the touchdown.
About the time his arms is legs being tackled, he finds the guy loose, across the grain of action, clearing the opposite end zone. Giefer's all by himself, 5 yards from anybody, catches the ball, and now we've got the gap closed to 24-20 with only 21 seconds to go.
And Larry, that's some arm strength to know to wing that thing all the way across the field like that.
Absolutely. Great job by the lineman, a great job by Triber. Here we go.
2-point conversion. This is a big one, too. Into the end zone.
Out the end zone.
Incomplete. That was intended for Bradshaw. The coverage by Humphrey and pressure on Triber provided by Barton Walls.
Well, that was Barton Walls is what made that action. He made him throw before Triber wanted to, and he just cranked it and let it go. And even if Bradshaw could have got to it, I think he'd been out of bounds, Jeremy. It looked like he's right towards the end of the end zone anyway. 24-20, South Barber leads St. Paul with 21 seconds left to go in the third quarter. Back and forth. It was 16-14 at halftime. South Barber led it. South Barber has scored a touchdown in every quarter so far of the football game. St. Paul has done the same. The difference, St. Paul has missed two-point conversions, and that's the difference in the ball game right now. Yeah, and you know, leading into this game, again, the last three, South Barber scored 119 points for an average of about 40 points a game, and the defense had only given up about 36 total points, around 12 points a game. So both teams have had this incredible defense that's been utilized so far.
So St. Paul will kick the ball off at the 30-yard line. Humphrey back deep for South Barber. 21 seconds.
Triber kicking.
Triber gets it in the air. Humphrey rolling to his right, and that is going to roll out of bounds. And so they'll place the ball
at the 25. So they have their choice.
Captain!
Take it where it went out of bounds, have him re-kick, give him a 5-yard penalty and have him re-kick, or take the ball at the 25.
Re-kick, guys.
And that's what they'll do. Oh, they want him re-kick.
They will re-kick it from the 25-yard line. So
they got three options, Jeremy, on a deal like that. You either take the ball where the ball went out of bounds, or you have him re-kick with a 5-yard penalty, or you take it like 25 yards from the spot, which here in 8-man game, it had been at the 25-yard line. They would have got the start.
Triber has not kicked the ball too well so far in this ball game. Humphrey stands at his own 14-yard line looking to receive it.
And Coach Johnston wanted to have re-kick. He's hoping maybe he misfires and don't get another good one.
There's a line drive. It's going to be taken by Humphreys across the 20, the 25, and nearly broke that one. Was finally tripped up by Giefer as he crosses the 30 up to the 32-yard line. So that's where South Barber will take over possession. First down and 10 at their own 32.
And by Coach Johnston taking that penalty, made an extra 5-yard kick. They gained 8 yards net result because they could have had the ball at the 25. Now they have it at their own like 32-yard line.
15 seconds to go in the third quarter. First down and 10. That's the 8-man Division I championship game on Smoky Hill Public Television. Jeremy McGuire along with Larry Jantz. Heath Sheelight up the middle. Walls only his second carry of the game. Gets maybe one on the play. But there is a flag on the play. We'll see what the call is. Down to Brad Taylor.
Face mask on the tackle.
Face mask, and we'll see if that's a 15-yard variety or not. That's the first penalty flag we've had this second half, as far as, I guess we had a 5-yard penalty against St. Paul because of the kick out of bounds.
And I thought we had it when they scored touchdown and had an illegal procedure. Didn't they earlier? No.
Yeah.
Not here in the second half.
Got an incidental face mask on the defense.
Incidental.
Repeat first down. The clock will start on the snap.
So 55 yards and penalties tonight for St. Paul. 9 seconds to go now here in this third quarter. South Barber more than likely will have one play here. First down and 5 after the 5-yard penalty. Sheelight back to pass.
Oh,
It's a
screen up the
screen
middle.
up the middle. Humphrey has it, all sorts of room. He is hit and dropped at the 28-yard line. It's a first down.
Move the sticks.
And a gain of 15 yards.
You catch it behind the line.
It's a first down for South Barber. They're driving again on this St. Paul defense. They roll the clock, and that is the end of the third quarter. We are through 3 quarters of play and the 8-man Division I championship game. South Barber 24, St. Paul 20. We'll be back with your fourth quarter after this timeout on Smoky Hill Public Television. The South Barber band trying to play their team to a state championship title. They have 12 more minutes to go, and they lead this one 24-20. They have the football, first down and 10 at the St. Paul 29-yard line. And Larry, it's an exciting game, but you look at the, if you want a chance to view this game again, contact Smoky Hills Public TV, P.O. Box 9, Bunker Hill, Kansas 67626. Back to action. Sheelight back to pass, pump fakes. He's under pressure, still under pressure. He's hit, and that has got to be that is going to be intentional grounding on Sheelight because he had no intentions of completing that pass there.
Well, the only guys he had was 53 and 77's even close to him.
Okay, and that is loss of down, too.
So that's a loss of down, as Brad Taylor said right there.
From the spot.
And it's from the spot of the foul, so that's a big one.
Okay, we got it. Intentional grounding. 5 yards and loss of down from the spot.
So it's a big loss on the play, a loss of 8 yards, and then marking back another 5 yards. So it'll be second down and 23 for South Barber.
Just what Coach Johnston did not want to happen. And Sheelight's been doing a great job all day long. It's just an effort to try to get rid of the ball.
Second down and 23. The ball spotted at the 37-yard line of the Chieftains. Sheelight, time to throw it. Throws it out in the flat. It's caught by Moles, and he's knocked out of bounds at the 33-yard line. But they get a good chunk of that back. A gain of about 10 yards on the play, maybe 11. It'll bring up third down and 12, third and 13, so a gain of 10 on the play.
Probably got all the yards that lost in the penalty, and I think they gained it back on that one pass, didn't they, Jeremy? Looked
yes,
like
sir.
That Sheelight's got a nice spiral. It's a good pass, good release to Ryan Moles, who's a 145-pound junior. Snagged it, caught the ball in, and made a nice gain.
Third down and 14. The ball is at the 33-yard line. Sheelight back to pass. There's a flag on the play. Looks like probably a holding. Sheelight trying to run for the first down. He's hit and dropped at the 24-yard line.
They'll bring
Whistles
that back.
blow, and
that'll be brought back.
They'll send her back. It comes from the umpire position. Randy Kaufman.
Here.
Holding on offense. And have an injured player on the floor.
You guys go ahead and get in your huddle.
There's an injury on the far side for St. Paul. We'll get you that player as soon as we can see who it is. We'll administer the penalty.
15's Giefer.
That's a big one for St. Paul. If Giefer can't play, he's been their main offense. They mark that baby 10 yards back, all the way back to the 36-yard line from the spot of the foul. An official's timeout. And off the bench for St. Paul will be Michael Diskin. 5'10", 160-pound sophomore. So down to the 36, they have to get the ball to the 19-yard line. 25 yards, 3rd and 25 after the penalty.
Giefer's acting like he might have rung his bell, got stung. He's holding his helmet pretty good.
Back to pass, Sheelight, he's under pressure, steps up, he's going to run it, hit, he pitched it back.
It's a pitch.
He pitched it back, that's going to be a
legal.
First down. What a heads-up play by Heath Sheelight, and on the carry was McNett, Tyler McNett, with 2 big plays in this second half for South Barber, and that's a gain of 28 yards. Wow.
Right when Sheelight was almost ready to drop for a big loss on a sack, he looks out and finds McNett there open, probably laterals to him about 5 yards, and the rest of it's history. First down, move the sticks.
No, I never heard a whistle. Heard a whistle.
First down and 10 at the 16-yard line. St. Paul crowd not real happy with it. The South Barber crowd's pretty excited. 24-20, the St. Paul defense really needs to come up big now. They had South Barber where they wanted them though, but they let it slip away. Sheelight, 2 touchdown passes. There's a shovel pass to Swanger. Spielbush on the tackle, a short gain on the play across the 15 to the 14-yard line. A gain of 2 on the play. It'll bring up 2nd down and 8.
Second down.
Earlier on, Coach Tuck, Jeremy, I thought there might have been a whistle and might have stopped play, and the referee said no, there wasn't. So now we got 2nd and 8 on the 14-yard line.
Giefer back into the lineup. It's a quarterback sneak. Sheelight's hit and drop.
Nobody's
loses a yard on the play. Spielbush in on the tackle. A loss of 1 on the play. It'll bring up 3rd down and 9. Third down and 9, and South Barber has had some luck on 3rd down and long. This is just a fantastic football game at Schaefer Field in Russell.
Just a shade of over 10 minutes to go until we're going to crown a state champion, and it's 3rd down and 9.
Sheelight
He's
over
open.
the middle.
He's open. Oh, what a play.
Away by Darren Triber.
A touchdown saving deflection is what he just created.
I'll tell you what, if Sheelight puts a little bit more on that, that is a touchdown, but Triber gave her all she got and knocked it away. What a play.
4th down and long. It was a great job. Great athletic move by Triber.
4th down and 9. They have to get the ball down to the 7-yard line. Actually down, we'll call it 4th and 8. They have to get it to the 7. They're at the 15 right now. 4th and 8. Sheelight, shotgun. He throws it up, has a man, Moles. It's caught,
this is going to be offensive.
Short of a first down.
I suspect.
Moles looked like he probably pushed off on Triber over there on the far side.
Offensive pass interference, what I think it'll be.
Brad Taylor will be down there to discuss it with the rest of his officials. These are good crews that run these state tournament games. You can't just get in because you're official. You have to be good.
It's loss of down. It's pass, offensive pass.
Offensive pass interference, a loss of down. So South Barber or St. Paul will accept this. They'll move him backwards and get the ball.
Now he ran out there about 10 yards right in front of the safety, and he used his hands to push off on the guy, then made his outside cut, Jeremy, and that's what the official saw on the sideline and made the right call, and it's loss of down, I believe. And it's 4th down anyway.
Down, so they'll have to mark it off from the line of scrimmage.
What's up, partner? I got to give him a signal here. I got to be on TV. Pass interference on the offense. That's a loss of down. 15 yards from the previous spot.
Ouch.
White.
A 15-yard penalty, and now St. Paul has the ball going the other way.
And very well done, Mr. Taylor, letting everybody know in the stands, in the TV viewing audience, what really took place on that game. Yes, sir.
He's thinking about it.
You're letting the zebras out of the doggone zoo today, I'll tell you.
First down and 10 from the 30-yard line. Up the middle. It's the big boy. Rumble
Bulldozing.
inside the 40.
Rumbling.
Down to the 39, 38-yard line. And tell you what, Michael Pope had all sorts of running room on that one.
He was chewing up yardage, wasn't he, and anything else in front of him. Kind of like a garbage collector.
A gain of 13 yards and another first down for St. Paul.
Geez, they cabbage up them yards.
Woo.
Kind of like somebody getting up down the alleys.
He's a big one.
Woo.
There's Giefer.
Whoa.
He's hit and dropped. Swanger finishes off the mess that was started by Lohman.
He's active.
A gain of 2 on the play, second down and 8.
You don't need a 15-yard.
Giefer with 99 yards on the game so far.
Brad's got his mic on.
This is exciting.
Ball equipment.
We have an official's timeout for equipment. 9:20 to go in the ball game, 24-20. South Barber with the lead, but St. Paul has the ball. They are driving. Second down and 8, just outside the Chieftain 35-yard line. Option left. It pitches out to Giefer. He shakes one tackle, but will not get by.
Number 50.
Tackle made by number 50, Bo Van Rankin. The senior makes a big hit.
He made
A
at
gain
least
of
one.
1 on the play for Giefer.
He made at least one great stop earlier, too. I remember right in the center of the line. Remember when they needed some yards up the middle, and they stopped it.
K-State Wildcats lead 24-0.
9:05 to go in the ball game, 24-20. St. Paul trailing. Third down and 7. Third down and 7 for Triber. High formation.
Big important down here.
Pass.
Triber to Bradshaw.
Deep and Bradshaw.
Oh, broken up.
Down.
Broken up by 10 and 12.
I'll tell you what, though, if Triber looks for Michael Pope, he is wide open at about the 25-yard line with nobody around him.
How could he miss him?
How
As
could
big
he?
as he is.
Exactly.
Huh?
Exactly. So
Well,
that will
'cause
bring
he
up
didn't-
a fourth down.
He didn't check off his primary receiver was Bradshaw and looked at him all the way. If he would have checked on it, maybe pumped once to him, brought it back down, he might have seen, Mr. Pope open.
And Bradshaw had double coverage on him, so that
Now
means
we got
somebody's
fourth.
open
That's right.
somewhere.
That's
Fourth
right.
down in 7. They need to get it down to the 28. Triber back to pass, throwing, looking deep. Has Giefer. It is incomplete.
Great defensive job by Moles.
What a play. Ryan Moles knocks it down, and St. Paul gives it up on downs to South Barber.
Well, now it's first down for the Chieftains of South Barber down in Kiowa. Pretty close to the Oklahoma border.
A nerve-wracking game right now for fans on both sides of this field here in Russell, Kansas, the 8-man Division I championship game.
Don't get any better than this, does it?
It does. This is what football is all about right here. Sheelight pitches it to Schwanger. He waits for a blocker. It doesn't develop. He's knocked out of bounds.
Did you see that little Australian swagger he had, Mr. Swanger? Swanger had a swagger. Did you see that?
He had a little bit of a swagger, just waiting, and finally decided he couldn't wait no more
well,
and took
it didn't
it up.
materialize. So you make the best. You can't have a bad situation, didn't you?
Swanger with only 18 yards rushing in the ball game. Second down and 7. The ball rests at the 38-yard
formation.
line. He gets
Fits
the call
Swanger again.
Has a little bit of room, and there's Spielbush on the tackle. Also in there for St. Paul was Jonathan Schaefer, helping to finish things off. The big number 72, 240-pound senior.
That's a truckload.
Gain of 1 that time for Swanger. 10 carries, 19 yards. He's averaging 1.9 yards a carry. 8:17 to go. Third down and 6. This is a big defensive stand. I'd look for a crossing pattern right here.
Up the middle.
There it is.
Oh, it is intercepted.
Picked. Pope Jonathan Schaefer.
And that's
a
a play.
defensive lineman's dream.
He'll remember that for the rest of his life. He tips it once, he tips it again. There's no basketball tip. The third time was a success. Stuck it in his mitts, caught it, fell down right there.
And only the 5th interception that Heath Sheelight has thrown on the season.
And what was that over? Becoming in this game was almost 1,800 yards.
His 13th game of the season.
And only 4 interceptions prior to that one.
Wow.
That's a great job by Sheelight. And that was just an inch, 6 inches more. It'd probably been over his head, wouldn't it?
Yep, they tried that middle screen, and right there, Schaefer recognized it. There's the reverse.
Bradshaw.
It goes to Bradshaw. He's running. He's going to have about 5. And it'll bring up 2nd down and 5 for St. Paul.
Might have to bring that end around a little bit more, find out another way how they can get that ball to Bradshaw. Since Gieford's been running so long, you know, and Pope, hey, spread it around. That Bradshaw, he's might be a fresh horse.
He was active early, but we haven't seen a whole lot out of him since then, both offensively or defensively.
Let's see if Coach likes that. Coach Tuck might find another way of getting Bradshaw the ball. It goes to Pope.
There's
up the
Pope up the middle, 1st down.
Big quick opener. Counter right over the center.
With Chieftains just laying to the side in his wake. It's a gain of 7 yards. Pope up to 61 yards on the game, and another 1st down for St. Paul. 14 1st downs in the ball game for St. Paul, only 9 for South Barber.
I think Pope, he shifted out of gears. He wasn't in grandma low. He had that in almost 2nd or 3rd gear, didn't he?
There's a counter play. Giefers hit and drop.
Longer
in the hole.
At the line of scrimmage, probably.
And no gain on the play, maybe a gain of a half a yard. It'll bring up 2nd down and 10.
Well, boy, anything could happen. They're only on the 23-yard line now, 2nd down, and 9 yards to go, and there's only 4 points difference, the 24-20. Slam lead by the South Barber Chieftains. And the Indians are on a move. Jeremy, here's the Traber again.
Traber under center. Pope with the carry. He is going hard. He's into the secondary. Humphrey makes a hit at the 16-yard line. It's a gain of 8 on the play. Maybe we'll call it a game of 7. It'll bring up 3rd down and 3.
What are you going to call here, Jeremy? A 3rd and short. You're going to give it to Mr. Pope again, or you're going to fake team and maybe try to go wide?
Last 2 times he's carried the football, he's gained 7 yards apiece. Before that, he gained 13 yards. So his last 3 carries, he's gained 27 yards. South Barber stacking it in there, though. Pope with the carry. He's hit at the line of scrimmage. Swanger is the first one to get there.
He's going to be close.
He is going to be short of the 1st down, I believe, by about the length of the football. We'll see if they measure it.
Any stripes on the football you want to talk about, or what?
No stripes this time. A gain of 2 on the play by Pope. 70 yards on 14 carries for Michael Pope. 5:42 to go in the contest. South Barber with the 24-20 lead.
Short by the length of the football. Great call, Jeremy.
What did I tell you?
Just right on it.
I was right there.
Incredible.
Sometimes you're good, and sometimes you're lucky, and most of the time you're lucky, which is my case.
Yeah,
4th down and 1. This is a big play right here. South Barber squeezes the line of scrimmage. Pope with the carry. He's hit, and he is going to have the 1st down, I believe.
I think he tried to hand off, but he got bumped by Pope, and it knocked him forward. And so Traber is the one to end up having the ball, and had a little help, a little boost, you might say, from Mr. Pope, with enough yardage to get that 1st down.
124 yards
by Traber.
16 carries for Darren Traber. And it's another St. Paul 1st down. 1st down and 10 from the 12-yard line. We're coming down to crunch time. Traber right side. Swanger brings him down from behind. A gain of 2 on the play. 2nd down and 8.
Says a fake to 82 coming around to the left, and then Traber just kept the ball and followed going inside his right tackle and made 2 yards possibly.
They have to get to the 2 for a 1st down. They trail by 4 right now. 4:54 to go in the contest. Schreiber up the middle. Pope, running room, inside the 5 to the goal line. Touchdown!
He fumbled and stumbled and rumbled and knocked anything down his way and got in there.
Michael Pope, a 10-yard run, and St. Paul, who trailed by 10, has retaken the lead at 26-24.
What a ball game.
Run.
This is just what the doctor ordered.
This is what the game of football is about. High schoolers playing for pride, playing to win a ball game and to win a state championship.
And all the moms and dads and aunts and uncles and grandparents in here, they're checking their high blood pressure, aren't they?
Yes, they are. And this is a big one right here. If St. Paul does not get this 2-point conversion, South Barber will only trail by 2. Schreiber rolling into the back of the end zone.
Knocked
It's
down.
knocked away.
He can run. There you go. Intercepted.
26-24. South Barber trails. 4:46 to go in the ball game. This is crunch time. St. Paul now leads 26-24. They trailed 24 to 10. And South Barber has given up a couple of touchdowns, and now they lead, or now they trail 26-24. And this is crunch time right now, Larry.
And all the players and all the fans will be holding that rope when adversity strikes. So the Chieftains will have their strand of gold rope, holding on for hope that what they might get something done here in the last 4 minutes and 46 seconds of this ball game.
Humphrey has shown some signs of being able for good returns. We'll see if he gets a chance here. 30-yard line is where they'll tee it up. Schreiber, one heck of a ball game. Everybody on this St. Paul team needs to be commended, as on the South Barber team. Back deep is Humphrey. He stands just outside his own 5. Schreiber sets it down at the 30. And here we go. 4:46 to go.
He tied his shoelaces a little bit different to get a better kick on the ball, he hopes.
There's a deep kick. Humphrey will be able to receive it at the 2. He gets behind his wedge, tries to get free, and gets up to the 20-yard line. So that's where St. Paul defense will try and hold their lead. South Barber first down and 10 at their own 20-yard line. They trail by 2 with 4:40 to go in the contest.
That was a great kickoff return, though, when you kick the ball on 2 and you get 18 yards out of it up that wedge, because they closed up pretty fast on him.
It was a high kick, so allowed the coverage to get down the field.
Absolutely.
Sheelight will be in the shotgun formation. I look for him to pass it a lot.
Ball's away, tip.
The ball is tipped and deflected, incomplete. Sheelight was trying to hit Moles on the outside.
Try to get him on a quick out.
Second down and 10. 22 pass attempts in the ball game for Heath Sheelight. $15 out of 20 for 176 yards.
He was setting at 75% the first half, too, so he's right on target the second half, hitting 3/4 of them.
Back to pass, throws it out in the flats. The catch is made by Humphrey across the 25 up to the 26-yard line.
Probably 4 yards short of a first down, probably, I'd say.
The gain is 6. And like you said, Larry, 4 yards short of a first down. It brings up 3rd down and 4.
Good throw, good catch. We've seen that often today, haven't we?
We certainly have. We certainly have. The ball at the 26-yard line, 3rd down and 4. An anxious crowd for South Barber. The throw in the flat. Moles has it. First down. And he nearly gets past the defender. And he's brought down at the 37-yard line. A gain of 11. And South Barber moves the chains. Their 10th first down of the ball game.
And he almost broke that. Tribar made that shoestring tackle, just cutting up his ankles to save that touchdown, because Moles just about broke it, Jeremy.
183 yards passing right now. We're making 193 yards passing. for Heath Sheelight.
Had an incredible afternoon.
To go. Back to pass Sheelight, throws it out in the flat, and overthrows Moles, who was open. I'll tell you what, that is a tough pass to defend because you really don't have any help from your safety as far as a deep pass, so you have to be careful. And Schreiber was giving Moles plenty of room on that one, and incomplete.
Well, Humphrey's been getting open also, but he gets zeroed in on just the one receiver. And they've been flipping the coverage, so your safeties, you know, Trebar always goes where Moles is at, and Giefer's always going where Humphrey's at.
There's a throw out in the flat. Moles makes the catch. Brought down by Schreiber, and there's a flag on the play. You can bet that means a face mask. It's about the only thing it could be. A gain of about 5 or 6 on the play. We'll see what they call.
That's going to be a 5-yard penalty from the end of the run.
5-yard face mask, and that will be enough for a first down for South Barber. Wow.
Should be enough to move the sticks.
8 penalties, 60 yards on St. Paul.
Yeah,
Is that going to be a first
about a half yard. Looks like they got a first down, but about a half yard.
First and 10, Chieftains.
here? That'll be first down Black.
Thank you, Taylor. First down Black.
3:49 to
Chieftains
go.
are on a roll. They're moving the sticks. You know, they went from their own 20-yard line.
The ball at the South St. Paul 32, a blitz, a throw out in the flat. Moles with the catch again.
Another first
Driver
down.
brings it down
About 12-yard gain.
at the 21-yard line. It's a gain of 11 on the play. First down and 10, South Barber.
First and 10, Chieftains.
What a ball game, Jeremy.
210 yards through the air for Heath Sheelight, and I would keep going to that play every single time because St. Paul has not stopped it.
Well, they haven't passed the ball to
Here comes
anybody
the
else.
blitz. Sheelight rolling out under some pressure.
Oh!
Bring it in at the goal line.
What an effort
Oh,
by
man.
offense and defense.
Tribar on the coverage, and it looks like we have an injury.
Moles. He might either injury. He might have cramps. Looks like Humphrey's coming up there to kind of rub his leg. I think he's got a Charlie horse.
Second, 10, right?
Send Charlie back to the horse. We're in Bronco country.
And Moles will have to come out of the lineup for one play because they had to stop the clock for the injury.
You can't have no Charlie horse in Bronco country, can you?
I
Jeremy?
don't think so.
So you no time for that. Look at him. He's right back out there. Tough kid. He ain't going to go out.
Now here's the situation South Barber faces. Second down and 10. 3:23 to go in the game. They have the ball just outside the St. Paul 20-yard line. They do trail by 2, so a field goal is an option for the Chieftains. Sheelight over the middle. Humphrey.
Oh, interference on that call.
And that is a pass interference.
Yeah, Giefer.
On Giefer, he doesn't agree, but I'll tell you what, he was there way early, and that's going to be a first down for South Barber.
What you call a no-brainer.
Hey, we got
Even a blind
defensive pass interference.
That'll be half the distance to the goal line, and a first down for South Barber.
That ball was probably about 5 yards from getting to him when he first went over with his left hand over the shoulder, and been an easy call.
We'll see if Moles is back out on the lineup.
Goal, that's an automatic first down.
First down, the ball is spotted just outside the 10-yard line. So the question is, South Barber can still get a first down. That's a 10-yard penalty, making an 11-yard penalty. South Barber with another first down and 10. They can't get a first down. Back to pass Sheelight. Throws it out in the flats.
Oh, what a catch. The ball was tipped up in the line, Jeremy, and it's still kind of got a certain wobbling effect to it, and it's a great adjustment by Moles just to catch the ball. But you notice how the flip-flopping, the safeties, Giefer and Tribar. Wherever Humphrey goes, Giefer goes. Wherever Moles goes, Tribar goes. Now you got second down, and I guess you'd get a first down right before they score. So second and 8, huh?
Second and 8, a gain of 2 on the play. It'll bring up, they have to get just outside the goal line for a first down. Sheelight has his man. Humphrey makes the catch.
You're down about the 1 yard line, aren't you?
Down at
about
the 1. Woo! Wow.
What a game.
No pressure on these kids.
No.
That's a gain of 7.
Well, it's just kind of like the paper said all during the week and everything else. The strength of the running game for St. Paul and the strength of Sheehy Light's arm and his good receivers, Humphrey and Moles. And that's the way she's running down the script. Whoever has the ball last could end up winning this thing.
Swanger is the deep back. There's a give to Walls. He's close.
Well,
they're going to say his knee was down, but does he have a first down? Oh.
Spillboosh.
Oh, boy.
Spillboosh is the one that almost tried to finish the tackle off his down there and almost moved him forward a little bit. He was already down. I think the official had it marked, but.
And St. Paul is going to call a timeout. 26-24. I believe they are just short of the first down. You have a 4th down and some hosses defensively for St. Paul. What do you do right here, Larry Jantz?
Well, it's going to depend on, I don't know what, defensively, I think he's going to shoot every gap. You know, he's going to have every gap covered, and he's going to have linebackers. He's not going to expect to pass on this short of a deal, I don't think, defense. But
a huge play. Absolutely huge play. If you're South Barber, do you try to shove it right up the middle again, or do you try and go off tackle, or what do you do?
Well, with the pinch, a pass would be open probably if you get a receiver out.
Wow.
You get a receiver out, he's going to be open. And you know what? They might have that McNutt kid. You remember?
McNutt, yeah, the big
McNutt, Tyler,
catch.
number 53.
He's out there. He
would be a sleeper for this because they've been throwing the ball to about everybody else but him.
4th down and goal. Sheelight, the quarterback. The snap. Walls up the middle. And he is close. Does he have it or not? He might have the first down, though. He might have the first down. You wouldn't think that the first down an inch outside the goal line would be a factor. But guess what? It is. 1:48 to go in the ball game.
Well, we're going to have this measurement. Oh,
baby.
This is a nail biter both ways, isn't it?
We'll see how close it is. It's right on the goal line.
It looks from here like it could be short.
They stretch the chains, and it is short.
By the length of the football.
But now, here we go.
1:48 to go.
3 timeouts remain for South Barber. St. Paul has got to get the ball out of the end zone.
And they got 1:48 to go. They want to try to have ball possession for 1:48 and get out of here with a 2-point win and get their second state championship in these last, 5-6 years here.
First down and 10. The ball at the half-foot line. Schreiber's going to keep it himself. Keeps it. Gets a couple yards and it brings up 2nd down. 128 yards for Schreiber in the ball game. And here come the timeouts. That's why you save them, so you can use them in a situation like this.
Absolutely.
Wow. This is a heartbreaker right here for whoever is going to lose this football game.
Well, there's no losers to a game like this, Jeremy. They're all winners. One might come up short on the scoreboard, and one's going to survive and be the state champion here for the 2002 Division I. But there's no losers on this field. They've left everything out there, their hearts, their soul, everything on the field. They're giving it their all.
Whoa. This is exciting football. How many times can a guy say it, how exciting this is to sit here and watch this ball game?
They're champions. They earned the right to be here, and they're playing like champions.
Doug Tuck has instructed his team on what he wants them to do. James Johnston has done the same for South Barber. The ball spotted at the 2-yard line, 2nd down and 8.
There we go, guys.
2nd down and 8. I look for another quarterback keeper right here. Off the left side, right side, and the tackle is made just outside the 5 to the 6-yard line. A gain of 3 on the play.
Tackle by Kendall Moles.
5.
Kendall Moles, a 255-pound junior, made that tackle. Kind of stuffed it. Another timeout to conserve the clock. And you got about 3rd down, and let's say approximately 5 yards to go.
Ball spotted just outside the 5-yard line. And this is a big play. Absolutely huge. If St. Paul gets the first down here, they win the game.
Because I think they only have 1 timeout left if we have everything figured right. And so it's ball control. But however, if they don't make this first down, then they get 1 more opportunity.
Absolutely.
Well, Coach Johnston has given instructions. Defense, 4th quarter with 1:36 to go in the game. There's the score. St. Paul 26, South Barber 24.
Wow.
With only 1 minute and 36 seconds to go on the clock before we crown a
classic.
champion.
This is definitely a classic. One of the better high school football games you will ever see.
Absolutely. Scheibig brings him up to the line on center. Tribar gets behind that center. Full backfield.
There's a give up the middle. It goes to the big guy, Pope. He is hit and he is dropped.
He
loses a yard on the play. Good defensive surge by South Barber. They will get the ball back, and they will get it back in good field position, and it's a timeout.
Timeout.
Wow. Now the pressure goes to the special teams of St. Paul, and they've had some trouble with some of their snaps. 1:29 to go in the game.
That's exciting. That's what it's all about. 4th down and about 7. 1:29 to go on the clock. Kiowa just burned their last timeout.
Ooh.
Now you don't want that snap to kind of bounce its way back to the kicker, the punter.
Yeah, there's some serious pressure. Some serious pressure.
They're gonna.
We'll see if
Are they gonna send the whole? Are they gonna send everybody from the farm? Huh?
The thing they need to be careful about, though,
is
roughing the kicker. And if you go too hard.
Here we go.
Here
They're going to be
go.
blitzing linebackers. They're going to stunt and blitz. Here they go.
There's a snap. It's a high one.
Ball's away.
That is a bad kick.
Off the right side of his foot.
And South Barber is going to have it inside the 25.
And they're going, he's marching
inside
up, marching
the 20. They're going to have the ball first and 10 at the St. Paul 16-yard line. 1:23 to go in the contest. No timeouts left for South Barber. St. Paul still has 2.
Oh, now.
Once again, you have the possibility of a field goal if you can't punch it in. But you want to score a touchdown, you don't even want to have to worry about it.
Shehite to either Humphrey or Moles.
Shehite throws it out in the flats for Moles, incomplete.
2nd and 10.
Schreiber on the coverage on the underneath. Bradshaw over the top. Down to 1:19 to go. 2nd down and 10 from the 16.
It might be time for that secret weapon, old Tyler McNett. Huh? Bring old 53, old tight end. Bring that tight end out.
Lines up on the right side. Shehite in the shotgun formation. Back to pass. Looking right. Still looking. Throws it up, and I'll tell you what, he's lucky that was not intercepted. That was not a wise decision by Shehite right there. 3rd down and 10.
But there's nobody home. He was just throwing away. He was throwing it to that corner pylon, Jeremy. I don't think there's any. Bradshaw wasn't that close to intercept that ball. But I don't know. Maybe the receiver zigged when should have zagged, huh?
That could be. 1:13 to go in the ball game. South Barber trails it by 2. St. Paul's defense has their backs against their own goal line. Shehite has been virtually free of pressure so far in the ball game. 3rd down and 10 from the 16. Here we go. Shehite is going to run it. Left side.
Get out of bounds. Get out of bounds.
Get there. Is knocked out of bounds.
But it's going to be a 4th down and maybe 5 or 6.
And here comes the field goal unit. Here comes the field goal unit. She got out of bounds. 1:05 to go.
And Humphrey
will put the tee down at the 21-yard line. This is a 31-yard field goal attempt. The holder is Moles. Wow, here it comes. It's down to this. The snap is good. The kick is a block. It's blocked by St. Paul. The Indians are going to win the game. Oh my goodness, what a fantastic play by the St. Paul special teams.
Oh, it's incredible, and they're leaving it all on the field. They're out of timeouts, and they know what happened.
It is blocked.
And there's no penalties.
Just a difficult play. And the officials are talking about something at the 25-yard line.
I didn't see a flag, Jeremy.
I didn't either.
Probably
sudden placement or something.
Yeah. But you will get it right there because it was an incomplete pass.
No, I got plenty of time to down it, right?
Yeah.
55 seconds
Coach Tuck, yes,
to go.
Anything different we have done all day.
Doug Tuck
You want a timeout now?
wants to make sure that he can down it.
Right. Let me explain to him what happened.
They're going to get everything
we'll give you a
set.
timeout when we set that.
And South Barber is going to lose the football game on the scoreboard. But like you said earlier, Larry, there's no losers in this contest.
no. There's going to be a runner-up, and somebody come up short on the scoreboard,
Had an incomplete
and that's
pass.
it.
So we go back there, just like he threw a regular incomplete
Wow.
pass.
See,
It's his ball, 1st and 10. You don't have any timeouts.
South Barber is going to come up short of the state championship.
now Coach Tuck wants a timeout.
And there's a timeout for St. Paul. 55 seconds to go in the contest. A stunned crowd on the near side.
They got their money's worth today.
The South Barber Chieftains trail this one 26-24. St. Paul will win their 3rd state championship.
What's some of the numbers maybe that we've had here?
Well, we've had some big numbers by Tribers run for 133 yards, Pope for 80, Gee for 100 yards, 5 yards for Bradshaw. Shelight's thrown for 219. It's Tribers thrown for 78. So Tribers accounted for 211 yards of total offense. St. Paul has had 71 yards of penalties.
They've overcome that 71 yards of penalties. Wow, to 25 yards for South Barber.
And all South St. Paul has to do is put a knee on the football. That's exactly what Triber does. They pile through the line.
Clock's 50 and under, counting down. They'll spot the ball. The clock will stick running, and be one more. One more
injured
downing the
player
ball.
right there for St. Paul, but they drag him up off of his knees and say, if we have to hold
you. Was it Scheibe at the center?
If we have to hold, he got plowed under pretty good. If we have to hold you up, that is what we will do.
Here they come. Scheibe comes up the center again. And
one more snap is all St. Paul needs to win their 3rd state championship. There's a snap.
Easy, 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 easy.
South Barber doing anything they can, and there's nothing more they can do in this football game.
What a ball game. Exciting. They left everything, the heart and soul's on the field. They have nothing to be ashamed about. They're dejected right now, and that's only natural. They're human beings, but what an effort to beat Jetmore like they did to even get here was incredible.
Wow.
So it's just a great ball game. Hard fought all the way.
Absolutely amazing. The officials leave the field. A well-called game. St. Paul celebrates. South Barber, they sit in dejection right now. They left it all on the field. Absolutely amazing. They left it all on the field. 318 yards rushing in the game for St. Paul. South Barber throws for 284 yards. St. Paul throws for 78. These kids just played an absolutely marvelous game today, Larry, and they definitely need to be shown the appreciation by both the fans and everybody who's been involved in this game, from the broadcasters to everybody. Just fantastic.
Just an incredible day for 8-man football in the state of Kansas, and that Sports Illustrated guy that was here today doing stuff, he has some fond memories to put in next year's Sports Illustrated issues of this 8-man championship games in Division I this year. Hard-fought game, and what else can you say? They played their hearts out. Well-coached teams. One coach had 15 years experience, the other in 14 years, and just a great job by the South Barber Chieftains and the St. Paul Indians. And earlier today, by Hope Lions, and then of course the Hanston Elks getting their back-to-back.
St. Paul gets in a circle there at the 10-yard line as they get set to talk about everything. I'll tell you what, just absolutely amazing. This team, you can tell they are together. South Barber is together. Just a great game. And I'll tell you what, a great game. Doug Tuck, the winning coach, Tim McQuaid.
Now with Doug Tuck midfield here, Doug, this had to have been just something to watch.
What a great game. What a great game. You had two great teams, I think, that were evenly matched. And I really, we didn't do very well in our two-point plays, and I thought that was going to come down to it. But we hung in there. What a great goal line stand. We had one last week, and this one this week, and just what a great game, way to finish it.
When you had that last punt that went just out of bounds, 16-yard line, did you think, oh my gosh, the magic for them is still there?
We had a lot of those plays where it just kept going, oh no, what's going on here? But it almost seemed like we just kept putting ourselves in those situations where we had to dig deeper. And I think it was just a big test for us.
Okay, got one of your senior leaders over here, Darren Triber, sucked it up and had a great game today. Just how's it feel today?
Oh, it feels great. It's what every senior wants. Won a state championship his senior year, and we came out and played the hardest. We had a few setbacks, but we came out on top, and that's all that matters.
It looked like they had you on the ropes towards the end. Did you feel like you ever were going to let it go?
Oh, it came down to crunch time, and we made some big stops. We just fought hard and fought to the end. We came out on top.
Darren,
great.
Congratulations on a great game.
Thanks.
26-24, the final down here. Let's take it back upstairs. We're going to talk to the ones who somebody has to go away from this and lose it. We'll talk to them in a moment.
All right, thanks a lot, Tim. 26-24, St. Paul, the Indians win their state championship. They won one in 2000. They're back on top again in 2002. St. Paul, 15 first downs, 13 first downs for South Barber. And Larry, like you talked about, St. Paul's forte was the running game. South Barber's forte was the passing game. And I'll tell you what, the running game came out back out on top. Now let's go back down to the field. Tim McQuaid is with the dejected head coach of South Barber.
Jim, we're with James Johnston. Somebody had to lose this thing. The magic finally ran out.
Yeah, sure did. Our kids played hard, but so did St. Paul, and just turned out not in our favor.
They had a goal line stand right there at the very end. They thought that they'd held you, and then they had a bad punt, comes out to the 16. You had your tries.
Yeah, we sure had our chances and opportunities, just wasn't able to capitalize on them.
Anything in the second half that just let this ball game get away? Looked like you were taking control.
No, I don't think so. It's just one of those things. Just games turn out this way sometimes.
And that's one of those things. This was one of those games that was just a tough one down to the end.
Sure was.
Thanks,
sure
James.
All right.
Thanks for being with us. You got number 51, Garrett. Is Garrett still here?
I don't know where he's at.
All right, we are back upstairs, and Tim, thank you, and a tough loss for James Johnston and Larry Jantz. Just classic high school football tonight.
You can't, like we said earlier, there was a runner-up and there's a state champion. There was no losers. And emphasize that. They gave their hearts out. They played well. There was good athletic skills by each team, and they got it by their strengths. The running game by the Indians of St. Paul, and of course the passing game by Sheelite to either Humphrey or mainly to Moles most of the time. So just a great championship game in Division I 8-man football for the year 2002.
And you look down there. If you'd like a copy of this ball game, contact us at Smoky Hills Public Television, at Smoky Hills Public TV, P.O. Box 9, Bunker Hill, Kansas 67626, and www.shptv.org. It's an exciting one. A very exciting football game, 26-24. Darren Schreiber, 133 yards rushing, 78 yards passing, and the entire St. Paul defense with a magnificent goal line stand at the end of the ball game. And I tell you what, it was a defensive stand that will be talked about for years and years and years, not only in St. Paul, but in the entire state of Kansas.
It was a barn burner from the OK Corral, you might say. Two teams just slugging it out and having a great game and seesawing back and forth. The lead, remember earlier the first time it was St. Paul getting the first drive. Then South Barber answered it. Then had the extra point. So that's how it was going.
And I believe we are back down with Tim McQuaid on the field.
With quarterback Keith Sheelight, basically it's one of those things that somebody's got to lose this game. Because right there towards the end, you guys had a couple of chances to get in the end zone. What was going through your mind at that time?
Well, we had the first time when we down on the one. Coach gave him the decision either pass or run. And running backs won it, so I let him have it. We were short. The second time, we had a 4th and maybe 5. We could have ran, and I don't know, they were covering the outs, got better as the game went on. Coach said, let's kick the field goal. St. Paul did a great job getting penetration up the middle and just blocked it. They deserve the win. They got it.
You guys this was one of those where you hated to see either one of these teams lose. You guys both left it all out on the field.
Yeah, I thought my guys gave everything they had at the end, and they just came out on top. We led for 3 quarters, and we just couldn't keep them out the 4th. They got the win, and they're a great team.
Okay, thanks for being with us today. He's Sheelight, basically the losing quarterback today, but both of these teams, the winners, have had some great seasons. Back up to you guys.
All right, thanks a lot, Tim. 26-24. St. Paul is the state champion in Division I of 8-man in 2002. Special thanks to everybody who helped out with the broadcast. For Tim McQuaid, Larry Jantz, this is Jeremy McGuire. Stay tuned for 8-man Division II championship game next on Smoky Hills Public Television.